I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. If I go, I'ma get. When I flow, I'ma hit. And I know I'm the kid. I'm a soul, don't forget. I'ma blow up winning. Got my flow so vivid. Here we go, just beginning. Yeah, I throw every inning. Got my flow so legit. All I know is my shit. Here I go, they come with. Post Malone in this bitch. Rock star making hits. Got guitar in this shit. Leaving scars cause we lit. All these bars that I spit. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. If I know what I want, then I know what I get. If I go, they come with, cause they know I get lit. I'm a pro, not a myth, and my flow got some wit. Never slow, drink a fit. I get hype, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. I get hype for this shit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. I get hype for this shit. Right.
Do it.
Let's go.
I left my laptop at work, bro, so I don't have my information on the side of me. Very sad.
So good, so good. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Knucklehead Podcast. We got a banger for you today. It's versus. Anybody,
And
anytime
versus.
you want the smoke, we got it. Heroes versus heroes, villains versus villains, teams versus teams, Lay versus Cap, Bleak versus Kaz, whatever you want, we got it. Show enough is fucking late like you always know he is. But the most important people to this tribe are here. We got my man's to the middle right, y'all right. My man's Lay in the Punisher mask. What's going on, Lay? And then we got to his right, we got the Cap, the one and only Cap. What's going on, Cap? Then overneath me, we got Cabs in the building. What's going on, Cabs?
What up? Ready for the bloodbath today.
Word. And then we got the only Wakandan Star-Lord in the building, my man Bleaks. What's going on?
Bleak, you officially are T'Challa Star-Lord. You are.
Word.
That's it, man.
Word. So, yo, earlier we discussed some of the stuff, and Kaz was like, he wants to start it off with a banger already. He's going straight bloodbath on us. So, Kaz, the floor is yours, man. We ain't bullshitting right now. The floor is yours.
Alright. So I the minute that we decided to do verses, I had one that has been a hot topic of conversation. They are both very similar characters, very similar stories, very similar structured. They are essentially the bad boy, playboy millionaires of their respected universes and different brands. So before I go off on this, I want your guys' opinion. But we're talking about the Dark Knight himself versus the Man of Iron. It's Batman versus Iron Man. This has been a hot topic as of late, especially with the success of the MCU. You know, people actually starting to know who Iron Man is, because when people tell me they're Iron Man fans, but they don't know that Iron Man had his own cartoon with a rockin' intro, I got a little upset.
I used to love that one. That was awesome.
I got
Bleak knows.
I used to play yo, bro, that's how it starts with the Anyways, what do you guys think about this battle? I mean, it's again very evenly matched. You know, when we remove the suits, things get a little different. But what do you guys think? I'll let you guys. I'm gonna refill the cup because I need to, But for the meantime, let me know what you guys think.
Cap, you want to go first?
All right. Well, this one is. It might surprise you what my answer is, but it's clearly Batman.
Oh, that's no surprise at all, sir. You said the right answer.
It's funny. I feel like that could be unanimous, but as you were saying, Cap, I'm sorry.
Now, I have a funny feeling it's not going to be unanimous.
Well, yeah. When you said it, Bleak had a look on his face. I'm like,
no, the only reason I say that is because, regardless of how strong Tony's suits are, he can't fight worth a shit. And then you're talking about probably outside of Captain America, probably one of the best fight tacticians in comic. So
100%.
When you have somebody who knows how to fight versus somebody who knows how to throw a punch, kind of like I said last time, the guy who knows how to fight is going to figure out a way to beat you. And we've all seen...
To dodge your punches.
Yeah, we've all seen that Tony's suit is not fucking, it's not impenetrable. It can succumb to somebody kicking his ass. We've seen it. A man with a shield did it. So a man dressed as a bat probably could do something similar.
That was a powerful shield, though.
Yeah, but you're talking about batarangs in the right places that might disable some shit. You're talking about electrical charges or EMPs that he might employ. Remember, Batman fucking strategizes for everybody. He's got contingencies on contingencies. This motherfucker is so paranoid. He thinks he's with Biggie in the fucking basement. They tap his cell, his phone, they take his yacht.
Son, he has contingency plans about himself, bro.
Yeah.
He has a plan for if he ever fucks up. That episode with Flash in the prison is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Yo, he has a way to stop himself from ever committing suicide if somebody gets in his mind and fucks with him. Like, how are you gonna stop this dude? He's written as, regardless of what Superman does, Batman is written as the most OP fucking person in comics.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say when the most powerful man in the universe calls you the most dangerous man on Earth, that sets you pretty much know what you're dealing with. The most dangerous human being on Earth is Batman, and this is purely going to be on fighting, purely on skills. Batman knows 127 different martial arts. Tony Stark in plenty of cartoons where Captain America says, "I bet you don't even know how to throw a punch," and he doesn't. So, I mean, if we're talking about we're in a scrap, like a straight scrap fest, Tony has, and then Tony's arrogance is always his biggest weakness. So, between Batman's paranoia and tactics, and Iron Man's lack of actual fighting ability, and his arrogance, that's Batman's easy win.
All right, so I got a question. All right, so my question is basically one. This is Batman versus Iron Man, not Bruce Wayne versus Tony Stark. There's a difference here now because
absolutely correct. Yeah.
which Iron Man is coming after Batman, does Batman know that Iron Man is around? Like, there's a lot of scenarios we gotta talk about.
You don't want that.
You know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
you don't
No,
want
I'm
to
saying,
pregame.
I'm
You
saying
don't want
like,
prep time.
is
Prep time.
this Iron Man coming with his box of suits ready to fight at any given moment? His nanotech? Is this his invisible suit? You know what I'm saying? Like, does Batman know who Iron Man is, or do they just meet for the first time? Because there's a lot of factors that you got to talk about.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, and I wanted to go into this. So
Okay.
let's try to break it down a bit. Bleak, did you want to get in a word?
No.
or-
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen in, and I'm gonna give my.
Okay, so let's break down then. If we're gonna talk about just straight superhero persona, not Bruce Wayne. Let's keep the suits on. All right. Let's talk. Batman versus Iron Man. Iron Man got the brigade. He got all the suits, and Batman has all his gadgetry and prep time.
Okay.
Take the floor on that.
Yeah, Bleaks.
Yeah, not so simple now, huh?
Well,
Yo, let me tell you, Cap. I had this plan. I had this all planned. Like, I really thought about it, and I'm like, okay, because the clear-cut winner between Bruce Wayne versus Tony Stark, I mean, it's clear. It's clear who's gonna win that fight. But let's talk about superhero persona.
Man, you guys made this one tough there. I was leaning one way. I'm kind of on the
Just
fence.
say how you feel, bro.
You know what? I'm on the fence
too, I'll be
I'm gonna be the oddball, right? And I'm gonna go Iron Man on this. Okay. And the reason I'm gonna go with this is I understand Bruce got all the gadgetry and all the shit, but I just feel
So does Iron Man.
I just feel like on an intellect level, bro, he's not up there with Tony, bro. I just don't feel that he is, bro. On an intellectual level, I just don't feel that. I'm not saying he's not a smart dude now, bro. I'm not saying. I just feel like Tony got that little bit of edge when it comes to that shit, that I think he can just figure something out to make it happen.
So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at too. If we're gonna, because okay, we say gadgetry all the time, but Iron Man has his gadgetry, and I would say he has the strongest gadget in his artificial intelligence. Batman has Alfred.
Yeah.
Valuable asset.
It ain't Friday though, bro.
It ain't Friday. It ain't Jarvis.
It ain't Jarvis.
It ain't none of that.
I'm pretty sure that Batcave is up to code. That Bat computer is up to code, though. I'm pretty sure that
That's
bad
what
boy
I'm
can do some
saying.
work.
Then we have the Batcave, but the Batcave isn't run on AI.
Yeah.
The Batcave isn't coming for anybody. The Batcave isn't deploying any extra tactics to help win in a fight. So it's funny because the reason I brought this up is because as obvious as this may seem, it really isn't. Right?
It's a tough one. Yeah.
It's not. So I think it's a good way to start off. My personal opinion is that, Batman has it, whether it's Iron Man, whether it's Batman. I know we are facing a man made out of iron, but this is Batman who also took on the literal Man of Steel. You know what I mean? So I think that
Martha.
Batman has a great line. I forget the cartoon. Martha's in there. Hey, Tony Stark also a mama's boy, so we can talk about that. But
His mother's name's also Martha.
My mother's name is
It's not
Magda.
I'm
No,
joking.
I know my mother's name is Magda, but everyone calls her Martha, so it also hits me a little different either. But the thing about the gadgetry and all of that, like you said, Batman always has a contingency plan. I think that he can have a contingency plan on Iron Man. There's a specific episode where doesn't Batman kind of like take the, what is it called? The processor he puts here in the middle. And he literally goes, hey, I got you. Batman just has everyone. Batman might not be the strongest. He is not an alien. He doesn't have powers. But there's something about being clever. It's that age-old argument about the smarts versus the muscle, and I know that Iron Man and Tony Stark has his own smarts, but street smarts, battle smarts, like you know what I'm saying? Like in the trenches smarts is not necessarily what Tony Stark has and Iron Man has. They are book smart. Like is can Batman overcome book smarts with the experience with the street smarts of Gotham City? That's the real question.
You know that question's been going on for millions of years, bro.
Yep.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Going on for a long time, bro.
I got a question for you guys though. Is this are we going with sober Tony Stark or are we going
I
with
was gonna mention that.
Tony Stark?
I was gonna mention that.
Tony, I mean, standard. You know, he's sober. You know what? Let's keep them at their best. Peak performance. Batman versus
performance.
Peak performance,
Tony.
I was gonna say, if it's Demon in a Bottle, Tony, he might just run up on him, grab him, and take him up to the outer atmosphere and just drop his ass.
Yeah. It could be real dark.
Yeah, and then Batman can't do shit after that.
But all right, let me ask you guys a question. Going to the psyche
He
of
has the bat wing. He'll call that bitch.
right?
He'll call that bitch.
Yep.
He'll
Tony
call
would
that
be
bitch
like,
and land on it somehow.
Tony would be like, "Yo, Friday, knock that bitch out the sky."
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me ask you a
There's
question though.
contingency plans though, so this might
There's
be
a
a top.
Yo, but that's the thing though. There's a contingency to a contingency to.
There's always a contingency. So
over and over, you know.
That's part of Batman's thing. There's a contingency. Go ahead, Tag.
No, I was gonna say now. You know, thinking of Tony Stark, wouldn't he take Batman for granted because he knows Batman's not that smart? You know, like book level smart. Like he knows he's like you would say that he's a detective, but the intellect, he's like, oh, he's just a fucking guy in a bat running around trying to scare people. He got entry level fucking gadgets. Could that be like a?
Might lead him to that.
You know what I'm saying? That could be a downfall for Iron Man.
I think
You
it'd
can't
be like that.
underestimate the bat.
I think it'd be like that for a little bit, but then I think he'd come to the realization this guy is not completely fucking stupid.
Yeah. Once Friday is like, sir, we are getting fucked up, sir.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Once he says, hey, block left and he blocks right and he gets the shit kicked out of him, I think he finally, hey, man, we're dealing with something serious right now, bro.
Yeah, Friday's gonna give him that Captain America kind of analysis. You know, hand to hand, you're not gonna win. Don't do it.
She got to let him know, like,
it's
hey,
definitely not
power
happening.
level 10%, bro. Like,
And then,
you know what I mean?
and then it's a unibeam straight to Batman's chest, and with a gaping hole in his body, Batman's gonna be like, "Damn, dog, we was just playing." Bam. It just go down.
But wouldn't Batman can prepare for that with like a mech suit of his own?
We forget that Batman has suits. Yeah,
Batman has had suits. Okay, like are they Iron Man level suits?
I don't
know.
know.
But
no, he has the
not
one
even
that he can fight the
close.
Justice League with. That he can fight all the Justice League with. That he specifically built it to destroy the Justice League. There's one bat suit that he
Contingency
has.
plans, baby. Let me tell you, there is nothing more important on the battlefield like an ace in the hole. And Batman is Mr. Ace in the hole, whether you're talking figuratively or physically, but he always just has a plan.
All right, so now too, I think what kind of leans towards Iron Man as well is he can change up suits. You see what I'm saying? So you'll be fighting one suit, bro, and you might knock the shit out of that suit. He jumps out, bang, there's another suit, he's ready to go. And it's a whole different type
Batman,
of suit.
Batman, how many contingency plans do you really have?
That's what I'm saying. Iron Man
It's
got
a fair question.
man.
But
Iron Man got a hell lot of suits, bro.
I'm switching my answer now. Because you just reminded me that Batman versus Iron Man does not necessarily mean that Batman's not gonna have to fight for other suits at the same time as he's fighting Iron Man.
Bro, there's a lot of suits. That's what I'm saying. My man calls in suits. It's suits for days, bro.
But Batman can't make a virus to go after these
I was
suits?
about to say the same thing. That's the thing with AIs. A virus is possible because those suits are in one network and they're linked together. You put the virus in one suit, it'll spread to the other ones.
Nightwing and Tim Drake can make that virus. Batman cannot.
But
I'm pretty sure Batman saves that kind of stuff on the regularly. Like
it's on the hard drive. It's on the floppy disk.
Yeah.
Tim Drake definitely made it,
It's on
but
the
it's somewhere there.
floppy.
Tim Drake or Oracle made it. Tim
You
Drake
can't
or
hack
Oracle,
it to a
one of them made
floppy.
it.
Here's the thing.
Can't hack the floppy,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure Iron Man has a suit to deal with that because
Oh, I can almost imagine he would, bro.
Dr. Doom has tried to hack his shit. Kang has tried to hack his shit. Fucking Ultron. So many people have tried to backdoor. Justin Hammer is trying to get into his tech.
Yeah,
He's probably got a fucking
you know what though?
anti-virus defender or some shit.
I think it would almost end up being like a stalemate. I don't think.
I think it's a tie. I think it's
Yeah,
a tie.
I don't think there'd be a clear winner. I think it'd be one of those stalemate moments where it's just like, hey, yo,
I think,
that was a hell of a fight.
I think we have a beautiful moment where they go, yo, you know what? That was a real good fight. I'm gonna give you my number, son. Hit me up if New York is in trouble. Hit me up.
Yeah, I think and he hit him with a slick remark, you know, like nice right hand there, buddy. It'd be and then go about his business.
And then you know, Batman will also have a nice little punchline too. I honestly think that if we were to do like some kind of co-op tag team with Batman and Iron Man, I think both universes would need to quiver in fear.
It'd be tough. Yeah, it'd be tough.
You know, with Iron Man technology and Batman strategy, yeah, that's a problem. That's a really definite problem.
How much you want to bet that Iron Man saves Batman's number as Guano?
Yeah. I can definitely see that.
There would be some kind of pop culture reference.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yo,
Absolutely.
but now one suit for Iron Man and Batman straight up fight. Who wins?
So Batman no suit versus Iron Man, you know, one suit.
Yeah, they prepare, but they come one thing. So let's say if Batman comes without a suit or with a suit, but just straight up fight.
Batman 100%. It's Batman 100%.
If Batman can see him coming a mile away, yeah. Batman, the last thing you want to do is give him prep.
Yeah, and you only come at him with one thing. Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, worst person to give prep to.
Yeah, you're one dimensional. You're not doing anything for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just serve it up on a silver platter, bro.
If you're going to invest resources to confuse somebody, you need to put all eggs in your basket to try and confuse Batman. If you want to confuse the Bat, you need more prep time than he does. What he can draw up in 8 hours might take you about 72. You know what I'm saying? So maybe not that long. But at the end of the day, if we just have pure, without all these variables and all of that, it's just pure Batman versus Iron Man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Batman. You can keep all your suits, sir. We'll find a virus. Tim Drake, Nightwing will find a virus for us.
I'm gonna go.
Robert Gordon.
I'm gonna go stalemate. I'll leave it at that.
You know what? I think stalemate. I think a tie is a fair argument. I think
I'll go stalemate on that one. I'll go.
Yeah.
All right, so we going with the tie?
We'll go with the tie. Yeah.
We're going with a tie. I like a tie. I like
the tie. Yeah, I can see that. Fun fact, Ron, thank you for coming into the chat and see you. And the fun part is his kid is watching too.
Oh, nice.
2 months, so we got 2 brand new fans.
He can't understand anything that we're saying, so you can curse away.
And he's the guy that did this. So.
Yes. Yo, good work, Ron. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you being here, and little man too.
Good.
I was thinking Spawn versus Ghost Rider.
Let's
get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, do it like that though, right?
Man. Hey, listen, man. You started with Batman and Iron Man. I was like, yo, what can I get that kind of like? I figure 2 Hell Spawns are probably the best thing you could do. The Spirit of Hell Spawn.
Repentance. So Repentance Stare can't work on Spawn, can it?
No, it can.
Remember he was an assassin first.
Yeah, he was a shitty person before he.
Yeah, he was a hired assassin for the government.
Would his cape even let it happen though?
That's the thing.
I think Spawn got too much to offer, bro. I don't know about that, bro.
So here's the thing. First off, which Ghost Rider?
We're talking about your Johnny Blaze, of course.
Johnny
I'm gonna
Blaze.
go with the
Johnny,
original.
yeah, OG, yeah.
OG. And I know there's been two other spawns. One was a woman, so we're gonna go with Al Simmons.
Al
Okay.
Simmons. All right,
Johnny
we're
Blaze
going to
was Al
original.
Simmons.
Okay, all right, cool.
So both of them have gone on to kill God.
Correct.
So this has to be another draw because the cape and Blaze's chains are basically the same shit.
I mean, but he has the cape and
he got some
chains.
other stuff. Yeah, he got some other stuff going for him.
He has a cape and
He has a
chains
cape,
as opposed
his
to
own
just.
chains. He can turn anything into a weapon, mostly, right? Like he can literally conjure up weapons with his hands. I've seen him do it. Like there's a cowboy now that does it all the time.
Yeah, but Ghost Rider can also turn any weapon he's holding into a holy weapon, essentially.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where you get that whole holy war. All puns intended.
Yeah, but wouldn't Spawn have the edge on fighting ability? Like if it was a fist fight?
That's the thing.
Oh,
Spawn is a trained assassin. I'm just saying. He is a trained assassin. I'm not saying nothing about Johnny Blaze is not dope, but this man is a trained
The guns
assassin.
are irrelevant. The guns
Yeah,
are
guns are
irrelevant.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put those.
Guns are irrelevant. So
This
I think
because this
that's
is
right.
power right now. This is power.
World power. Yeah.
So Ghost Rider, when he's in his ghost form, it's not Blaze. It's the actual spirit of vengeance.
That's true. That's true.
And that dude is fucking nasty.
All
All right. So
I mean, can you beat the can you beat vengeance? Is the question here.
Essentially, two sides the same coin. You're looking at for these guys. You know what I'm saying?
So Ghost Rider. So Ghost Rider is vengeance as a whole.
the essence.
But Al Simmons, the essence of vengeance. Al Simmons is totally consumed by vengeance as well.
Yeah, he's literally a hell spawn. Like
Yeah,
he's
He's a hell spawn.
the devil's
You know what I
general.
mean?
But when they invade the earth, he was gonna be the devil's general when they invade the earth. That was the whole deal with Spawn.
If anything, he would be a spirit of vengeance that would turn someone into a Ghost Rider.
Cap, you take it deep right there.
So he'll be more powerful than Ghost Rider?
No, he's not gonna be more.
They're essentially on the same level. So here's the thing:
Yeah.
the only reason, as much of a Ghost Rider fan as I am, the only reason I give this a Spawn
There it is.
is because something can happen with the Ghost Rider that can't happen to Spawn.
You can turn him back into a human?
Where you could strip it all away.
You can strip it away.
You can turn Ghost Rider back into Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
But
Yeah,
Spawn is always Spawn.
Absolutely.
Spawn is Spawn.
So how, but my question is, how big of a weakness is that realistically?
Well, at any point that he reverts back, Spawn will probably just take his head off or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it helps when your former life used to kill people regardless.
Yeah.
I
And
just
if
have no problem
Blade
doing it.
If anyone
Ghost Rider goes away.
has the cheat code, to turn Ghost Rider back, wouldn't it be Spawn?
Absolutely. Like I said, the devil chose him to lead his army.
He chose him for a reason.
That's something right there. When the devil chooses you to lead your army,
Well, I mean, Johnny Blaze has had his run-ins with the devil and death and all of that as well.
He ain't touched Spawn though, bro.
I don't know, man. I Spawn like it's just you have and even their names is like a tough battle within their own. You have Spawn versus the Ghost Rider. I think although Johnny has the chains, Spawn has his own set of chains and the cape. And I think Cap, and which is why I love it when you're on here, your experience and everything that and how you fucking spit that shit out. Like if anyone were to be able to get the edge on Ghost Rider, I think it's only one person, and it's probably gonna be Spawn.
and it's funny.
If you could turn him back, like if anyone has the power to just hit up the devil, like, yo, I ain't really feeling your boy, bro. This Ghost Rider guy, we
that's
gotta
true.
get rid of him.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that's gonna do that, it's Spawn.
But
It's funny because I chose Ghost Rider specifically because I don't know much about him, but I know Cap does. and I know
Yeah.
a lot about Spawn. So I was like, I figured Cap will give the details, and I can figure the other stuff out. But it made sense to me because I would look. I literally have a list here, right? Excuse my chicken scratch. And then I asked some other people for some stuff, but I was like, damn, what would make sense? And
Yeah.
what would be hard to do to like the code? That's
Yeah, no,
one of the ones you can-
this battle makes perfect sense.
yeah.
It does.
But
Absolutely.
all right, so I
I
got
think I'd rather see this than Batman Iron Man 100%.
No, I would
This.
love for this comic and then
Yeah.
to movie, but I don't in the movie I don't want them like Ron said, I don't want them nerfed. I want it to be
yeah.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
It's
I don't want to see none of this. Oh, they got to be weird. I don't want to relate to them. I just want to see devastation.
All right, so I got a few questions. Now, if you kill Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider's gone. It's not like the Hulk, where if you try to kill Bruce Banner, the Hulk will come out and the healing factor will heal him.
So the spirit of vengeance inhabits Johnny's body. So if you take the body out, then the spirit of vengeance has nothing to inhabit, and then you got to make a new
It's gonna
deal.
find somebody else. You got to make
Okay.
a new deal.
That,
Okay.
That's what happened when Danny Ketch took over. Like something happened with Johnny, and the spirit of vengeance left.
Okay. Now,
And then Danny Ketch made another deal. He didn't make a deal. Him and his sister were getting that fucking ass handed to him, and he ran and hid. And he found the fucking motorcycle with the Ghost Rider's sigil on it. And when he touched it, he got it.
okay. So now, Spawn's cape can withstand anything, like even the Hellfire and shit like that.
Spawn's cape is extremely powerful. Now, like, do we know? Do I know? What can it withstand or not? But it's like one of the best weapons in his arsenal. Like that cape, like like Doctor Strange. It's
up
a
there, yeah.
part of him. It's up there. That cape could hold it down and turn into other things. It could shield him if needed to. It can be turned into weapons. The chains also don't necessarily come out of the cape, but so the chains are there too. That cape is powerful.
Think of the cape like a symbiote.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Carnage.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Almost
Yep.
Carnage. Almost
Almost
like.
Carnage level, but think of it like that. Like it can change into many things. So think about it like that.
You also got to remember it's made from Hellspawn, so it's
Hell,
going to be flame
yes.
resistant at least. Like,
I mean, it
It's
should.
made from
It should at
hell,
least.
bro.
Should be fire resistant a little bit.
yeah. But
If we can find
the
a
only thing
way
Ghost Rider
to,
does have though is his chains can be imbued with fire and flame to make him even
Yes.
stronger than Spawn's.
Mhm.
So, I mean, this is a toss up, and there's only one weakness I see, and it's on Ghost Rider's side.
That is a weakness, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying
And-
I'm looking at the Hell Spawn himself. This is so if Hell is a building and you have tenants, like Ghost Rider is living in the first floor, no elevator, 3 bedrooms, and Spawn is the super. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the dirty work, but he could also kick you out of there if need be. That's how I see it.
So what is Spawn's weaknesses?
Well, I think
Cool.
technically it's his humanity.
Yeah, I think
That's what I'm
it comes down
saying.
to.
Like his thoughts, because Johnny don't got to worry about that. When he's in the Ghost Rider, he is the Ghost Rider. There's nothing stopping him. Spawn does like to think back to a simpler time or when life was a little different for him, where he had his love and all of that shit.
So wouldn't that penance there really hurt him?
So if he can, here's the thing:
If he can get to that penance there,
then he wins. But you got to get there, and with all the defenses that
it's rough.
everybody's been bringing up, it's way more difficult to look at Spawn in the face than it is to hit Ghost Rider hard enough to knock him out.
And if there were anybody that can block out all of that lovey-dovey shit and just, you want to see something in me? I'm gonna show you hell, bro. I'm gonna show you exactly what you know. And what are you gonna do to me when I show you the same shit you've been showing everybody? I'm gonna respond.
Same here. Spawn.
I'm gonna yes, man.
Although shout out to Ghost Rider, bro. Shout out to Ghost
Yo, they're
Rider.
like right here, bro. It's literally like right
It
here.
really
Yo,
is. It really is like.
Definitely understand that without one, we
Yes.
don't have the other one.
Oh, of
Understand
course,
that.
for
Without
sure.
Ghost Rider, we don't have
For
Spawn.
sure.
So let's be really understand that one definitely led to the other.
Agree, 100%.
So
Shout
Cap,
out to that HBO. Shout out to that HBO.
The
show,
HBO
Spawn.
cartoon, that
shit
was
is
yes. Shout out to Keith
that-
David
I
and
just-
an amazing voice.
I
Scared
just
me when
saw
I was
that
a kid.
shit. I watched that show about a year ago, and I just HBO'd the whole first 2 seasons. That show is crazy. If you have not watched Spawn OG 90s on HBO,
Yeah.
dude, watch it and come prepared to see some crazy stuff. Like at the time, the only shit like that we had was like anime.
Yeah.
Yep.
To see some American type of anime shit like that was crazy. Like they were doing like legit sex trafficking. Yo, it's nuts what was happening on that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not for kids, so
Oh, no, definitely.
No, I honestly would say that it's not even for adults. Sometimes it's for a very specific type of adult. Because I'm not gonna lie, son, I saw that shit, and I saw that shit as a parent, and I was like, "Yo,
it's for this
dude,
dude that I'm pointing at on
it's
screen
for
right
let,
now.
it's for let, it's for let." Yeah, Spawn is for let.
Absolutely correct. I
Oh,
agree
nah,
100%.
bro. I watched that show as a kid on HBO, and it was like, "Oh, it's Spawn. Spawn is cool," and I didn't really get anything that was happening. Coming back as an adult, shit, that
Yo.
show's nuts.
I saw that show after I saw the movie, and when I was a kid, I was like, "Yo, this movie's awesome." And then I saw the show, and I was like, "Oh no, that movie sucked."
You know, it's kind of like when you watch Into the Spider-Verse. It just kind of fucking negates all other Spider-Man movies in like one fell swoop. But man, HBO Spawn, it's a rough watch, but it's really an impressive show. At the time, get out of here, bro. It was good. It was essentially rated R Batman to some level.
Yeah, it was way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time.
and
Right
Spawn's
now, it
not
would be okay, but then
Spawn's not DC or Marvel, is it?
no.
So Spawn is Image Comics, I believe.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
they do
There
have
is
a-
DC ties. There's
Yeah.
DC ties, right?
they
There's
have
Marvel
licenses
ties too,
where
right?
DC could put them in because Spawn and Batman has teamed up quite a few times.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody's
okay.
saying, okay.
Fun fact, I forgot the guy who drew Todd McFarlane.
McFarlane.
Todd
Yeah.
McFarlane.
He came up with Spawn because he had a dispute with Marvel and he left.
Yep.
But Todd
Yes.
McFarlane is the guy who made Venom and Carnage.
Yep.
So a lot of the shit that Spawn can do came out of his
Okay.
creation of.
The
So-
king.
so
Let
that-
said it. Shout
Yeah, that's a good
out to Let. Great callback.
word.
Great callback to the symbiote.
word. All right. So everybody's saying Spawn?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
say
Spawn.
Spawn,
man.
bro.
You know-
Unfortunately.
You know something? I'm gonna say Ghost Rider just because of that penance there. You know, there's times you
It's
could,
legit.
you know,
It's legit. It's legit. If you catch him slipping and you show him something, but again, I would love. Okay, so the penance stare to Spawn, I kind of see it like maybe these aren't the right characters to represent it. I kind of see it as like a Goku Vegeta type of fireball to each other, where it's kind of like, you know, like one is going this way, then one is going that way, and one is going this way. I think it could go any way, but if there's anybody, in my opinion, if there's anybody who can, I guess, trick the penance there, if anybody can trick it and maybe show them something that, maybe show Ghost Rider something that he wasn't prepared to see, like, oh, you trying to see hell? I could show you hell, brother. I think it would be Spawn, but and that's what I brought up when I first started talking about it. That penance stare, I called it the repentance stare. Sorry, but that penance stare, it's definitely OP.
So
Something to worry about.
here's a point of order. What do you call it? Spawn may or may not be able to do something like that, but the penance stare, if Ghost Rider can get it, would not attack Spawn, but it would attack Simmons.
Yes.
and the human inside, would not be able to resist or do anything.
You're right.
So
It's funny. I would kind of love to see how that would play out. Like, can Spawn take that?
that'd be some crazy shit right there.
I don't think so.
I mean, if there's anybody who can do it, I would say Spawn. But I mean, like again, that's the first thing I said. That pen stare is OP. It's OP. But I'm still going Spawn.
Who's next?
Are we still? Are we still in agreement?
Yeah, I guess it's 4 for Spawn, 1 for Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
All right, yo, Bleaks, you're gonna be next because Bleaks gotta go pretty soon.
That
But
will conclude this evening's entertainment.
all right, so go ahead, Bleak.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. This is my verses. I'm gonna go Brainiac, Reed Richards.
Oh my God. Oh my
Go get a
God.
mic.
I
and-
know it's gonna be a bloodbath today. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's a. I was sitting there. I thought about it. And I said, you know what? God damn it! I'm bringing Reed Richards. I'm bringing Brainiac into here, bro. I want to hear your thoughts because it's not so much of a physical as it is. It's an intellectual battle.
No, it's definitely brain versus brain. That's period, man. Yeah. It's, wow. Because you know how intelligent Reed is, but then Brainiac is an actual machine.
Mm-hmm.
From the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So while you guys are thinking, I think I got this. I'm gonna go Reed Richards
Ooh,
for
okay.
one reason. So Brainiac is a machine that can devour and take all knowledge, right? But we have seen time and time again that you can lock a machine into a logic riddle.
Okay.
To where you can feed him enough logic to where the machine will be like, oh no, shit, you're right. You won. And Reed Richards is smart enough to do that.
But,
And
but
Brainiac might know. Brainiac, see, there's a difference between knowing shit and having
processing
yeah.
and processing shit. Exactly.
So just because Brainiac knows some shit doesn't mean he's gonna be able to put it to proper use. Where Reed Richards, he'll have this motherfucker agreeing that Brainiac's original creator should have died from some shit 50 years. Like, he'd have him so twisted that Brainiac be like, fuck it, we're Superman. I'm gonna go kick his ass for a little bit.
yeah.
This kind of what was iRobot. This kind of reminds me of that iRobot kind of deal, that kind of conundrum where we can make artificial intelligence strong enough to do things that human can, but when it comes to split decision, split second, putting all the variables away and just making a rational decision, not based on numbers, not based on AI and all that, but just based on logic. Because that's one thing. Artificial intelligence is artificial intelligence. We were speaking about Friday earlier, and all of that stuff. But you see that episode in I'm Robot, where Will Smith, why he hates robots is because he fell into the water and the robot, him and the girl,
made the logical
little
decision.
girl, he made the decision like, yo, you have a better chance to survive, so I'm gonna grab you. But again, it's like if I have to save a 10-year-old girl or a 40-year-old man, I'm almost exclusively always going to pick the 10-year-old girl or the 10-year-old boy. This man is 40. He hasn't lived his life, but he hasn't lived his full life, but he's lived a lot longer than this girl. Now, granted, the robot calculated like, yo, it's going to be easier for me to save you than it is to save her. But is that always the right thing to do? Like even Rhodey talks about this shit in Iron Man 1. I think about these planes and these machines that are like AI controlled, and he says they're like, yo, that's nice, but at the end of the day, you're never gonna have the fluidity, the logic, and the thought process of a human being. So now we are literally putting it up to the test. a human mind, probably the smartest human mind in
I'd
all
say,
of
yeah,
Marvel,
I'd have to agree.
versus AI. So it's like, I think that no matter what, an AI or an artificial intelligence or someone who, and again, I know Brainiac has taken different like forms.
Yeah.
Like, do we ever, I don't know how human he can be, but at the end of the day, it's like AI versus a human being. I don't think an AI always makes the best decisions. They make calculated decision on numbers. At the end of the day, you need that, again, ace in the hole to sort of trick the machine.
I agree. My only thing is when we speak of AI, right? I think when you talk about Brainiac, he's a whole nother level of AI.
That's what I'm saying.
And
And
I
he's
think
taking
that's
different
what
forms.
and that's why it's kind of like, because you have AI. I kind of feel like you have AI, and then you got Brainiac.
100%.
100%.
So it's like I'm not knocking Reed. He's smart as hell. But I kind of feel like Brainiac might just have that, where it's like, whoa, I can do this statistically, and I kind of know you're gonna end up doing this, but then I can just kind of, so it's one of those wit battles again. But
So I get you. I get what you're saying, and that's where I am gonna stick with Cap on this one. I know that rarely happens in this podcast, but I'm gonna stick to it because at the end of the day, if anything can outsmart a machine, it's human logic, and whether it's a machine or some kind of crazy sentient being. I mean, we saw Doctor Strange do that shit too. And I know I get it. It's in the Doctor Strange movie. We saw him do it to what's his face, Dormammu.
Dormammu.
At the end of the day, and look, I know this is stupid, and I know this isn't a machine. This is a being. But even Star-Lord and his stupid humanity, dance off, bro. Like there's some kind of crazy thing that humans possess where they're so random at times, and they're so like, you can't really calculate a human. You can calculate numbers, you can calculate situations, but a human could be so crafty at times that maybe, just maybe, it can outsmart a machine that hasn't necessarily seen this trick before.
But-
and again, that's just me throwing discussion to you guys.
But all right, two things. One is Reed Richards smart enough to be that stupid like Star Lord and what's his name did to throw off
But correct,
Brainiac.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
You know?
Yeah.
Because most
His
intelligent people
socially
don't think of.
awkward self would be weird. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Reed Richard.
Yeah.
Like Reed Richard doesn't have that personality. I want to say, like, he doesn't have a personality.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
else on the team has a personality, but him.
Exactly.
And-
Intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is where I would go with Brainiac for the simple fact he's like, because Reed Richard could be so analytical that he completely forgets the thing that Cavs is saying so well. He gets so locked into his own shit that Brainiac's like, well, if we're playing the game, my game, then I'm gonna win that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's one thing about Reed. He's done it so many times that people go, yo, you human, bro. Still, he's a little fun fact.
Can we also
can make choices.
take into effect the caliber of people that they have both taken on before, bro?
Yo,
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, I'm not knocking Reed, but Brainiac is going against some top tier people, bro.
I mean,
Hold on.
Lex Luthor is like their Reed Richard apparently, so he consistently battled with him.
Most of the time, Brainiac takes on a bunch of people that are going to try to hit him.
Yeah.
Where Reed has beaten Ultron without ever lifting a finger.
Oh, but I give you that, but Ultron is not Brainiac, bro.
No.
And it's funny because that's exactly, for some reason I'm thinking the exact same thing, Bleak. I can't match those two.
No,
I can't.
No,
I'm like, yo, Brainiac got that.
Yeah, I mean, Ultron's, he's up there, but bro, he's not. He's just not Brainiac.
I mean, it's in the name. Brainiac.
I think there's something special in the randomness of the human element where a computer or an AI-driven being can like sort of trick you, where it's like, so that is the advantage that a human will always have against a machine. You're crunching numbers. Everything you do is based on numerical values. things that you've seen before, things that you are processing for the future, and how you make those things coincide and work together. Where a human being could just, you know, just throw you a good old American curveball. That I think the curveball element that a human being has will always trump a machine. And again, I know Brainiac isn't necessarily just an AI machine. You know, we have other AIs, Adam Zola, you know, and all of that kind of stuff. I feel that
Forgot
there
about Zola.
is,
It's a good one.
yeah,
Zola's
you
an
know,
actual intelligence, though.
Well,
but-
yeah,
he
well,
is
he's
an
a
actual,
man
he's
in a
not, he's not
computer,
even
essentially.
artificial. He's not even artificial. He is an intelligence. But again, it's just something about
MODOK.
given that wild card. Human beings are always gonna have that wild card against
But
the machine.
but now also, bro, is that wild card also the human being's downfall? Because you got to look at it both ways now.
100, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it
Yeah.
can be your ace in the hole, but it can also be your downfall.
No,
And
not,
I
not
could
with
say
Richard.
and I could say not only Richards. Good point. Thank you, Cap, for
That's-
agreeing with me on that. But not only that, you can say the same thing about the AI, where the fact that they are always crunching numbers and don't let themselves see these random variables can work against them too. So I guess we could both say it on each side. At the end of the day, you know, we're talking about the best mind of all time versus the best mind of all time. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's just a subtlety to the
Yeah.
way a human thinks, which I always think will get the best of a machine.
Yeah,
No,
Or
the funny thing is, I want to do that, but it's because of the human we're talking about.
That's
And we know Reed Richard. It's not too much humanity to him.
yeah.
He has
So-
done
so-
stuff that is
so-
extremely questionable just for science. You know
Cap.
what I mean?
Okay, so Cap.
So I
Cap,
feel
let
like
me
he
ask
always
you, Cap.
loses that element a lot of the
Let
time.
me ask you, Cap. Cap, would you consider Brainiac just an AI machine in different bodies? What exactly would you consider him if you answer that?
I would. So Brainiac is. How would I say this? Brainiac is a superior intelligence.
Superior
He's gone
intelligence.
past. He's gone past artificial.
Yeah. Artificial.
Yeah, because he's. So what Brainiac does is, he comes to a planet, and before he attacks, he literally learns every
Everything.
single thing about that planet, and then he goes and he fucks with all their weaknesses. But
Then he terraforms it, right?
and-
Then he terraforms it.
well, he essentially does what Agent Smith does, and he just makes everybody a copy of him.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I always forget his terraform, or is it that? But you're right. My bad.
quick question though. Like if let's say they match wits and it's time to just straight up fight. Fist fight.
See.
Who's
you see,
winning?
here's the problem.
Yeah, bro.
Brainiac is a machine at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It'll be like Ultron versus somebody extremely intelligent. If there's like Reed Richard usually doesn't have a suit. You can come up with something and it's Reed Richard, but if it's physical, that's gonna be Brainiac's win. I mean, you can stretch, but when you put a hole through your head, that doesn't matter.
No. Hold on. Hold
Get
on.
him, Cap.
Reed Richards is smart enough to figure out how to beat a machine.
But I'm talking about. He said physically. He said if it came to a physical battle, like Reed
If
Richards
I'm standing in front of you, about to
versus
smack the
Brainiac
hell
the
out.
machine.
We're
You know,
we're
talking
at an
about
impasse.
physically.
Throw them hands.
Yeah, like they got to throw them hands, my man.
There's
How
no
many times have you seen Reed Richard win a fist fight?
How many times have you seen Brainiac win a fist fight? Superman beats the
But
shit out of him on a
He's
regular.
but he's a machine. That's what I'm saying. His physical form is stronger than Reed's physical form. Like
I
it's
just
human.
think-
It's like we was talking about when
I
we
just think
changed
there's
Johnny Blaze Black into a human. Johnny
True.
Blaze Black.
But
I
Could you
think there's
say- you say-
something. I think there's something very important about having that human element in you, where you can be random as opposed to a superior intelligence, an artificial intelligence that is only going to look at numbers. So look, you said it. Brainiac comes through. He studies everything in the planet, and he studies what is. He studies the absolutes. But when you have a Reed Richards who is thinking in possible hypotheticals or something above, humans have that one thing that machines will never have, and that's just sheer luck. It's luck. Yo, some of it's funny because in video games, people always decide to not put their strengths into a luck skill set. And if you max out luck on anything, that's just always fruitful. But you always want the power, you always want the intelligence. I think there's something special about having that weird wild card, that weird curveball, when everything is all said and done, where there's nothing else we can do. I think the human race always just have one little, even if it's just something stupid like, yo, why don't you just pull the plug? You know, just again, that's a
Change the channel.
It's a very yeah, like bro, change it. Yo, look, and perfect example of this. Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation 1, you heard it, you heard about it, you love it. There was a boss fight in that game. Psycho Mantis, his whole thing was reading you. He read everything about you. It's funny because the PlayStation 1 was way ahead of its time for doing this, but he actually read what was on your memory card. And Metal Gear Solid being a Konami game, if you had any other Konami games saved in your memory card, he will tell you. He'd be like, oh, I see you like to play Castlevania. You're like, what? I'm 14 years old, PS1. What? But the trick for Psycho Mantis, and again, this isn't an AI, but this is someone who legit goes by variables. He goes by what he sees, he studies and goes by that. All you had to do was unplug your controller from the first player and plug it into the second player. Psycho Mantis can no longer read you now, and he's the easiest boss fight in the entire game. I feel like humans, I feel like it was a beautiful moment in gaming history, one that people speak and hold in their hearts dearly. It's super cool that Hideo Kojima did this. But I think that's in a weird sort of comparison and simile. I feel like that's what the humans were always going to have against that machine. That just randomness to them, where they can just figure out the dumbest little shit that can impact so big.
Real quick though, because all right, so here's the one thing that we all know: book intellect and intelligence isn't really intelligence. Like Brainiac knows everything about the planet, but it doesn't know everything, right? And Reed Richards is the smartest person besides his son in comics. But intelligence can also lead to stupidity. Like book smarts isn't street smarts, right? So you know, just because you know everything doesn't mean you know everything. Now, if Reed Richards had the Invisible Woman or Johnny Storm to make a stupid comment, then he could be like, hold on, wait, you know, this, and this come together. Like I got a fucking rubber band, I throw it in his joint, boom, now he's dead. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't think of that as an intellect. You know what I'm saying? So
that's my argument. Yeah,
that's my argument for Reed Richards, that it goes beyond intelligence sometimes, where it's just that dumb, stupid, random human moment that you're like, yo.
But can Reed Richards? But can Reed Richards be stupid enough to pull something like that off?
I just don't feel him. I just don't feel like he'd do it.
I agree. I don't see that personality quirk. He doesn't have like that quirkiness to him. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have that thing that go.
Stupid though. I don't call randomness stupid.
No. I'm just saying.
It's a lack of personality. It's throw that off.
Be the downfall.
You know what I'm saying?
I say it's
like
stupid based
Johnny
off
with his intelligence. I get it because Johnny's you know he has a personality.
I say
stupid shit.
I say it's stupid based off of their intelligence because they would never think of that. Like they would never fathom the possibility of a piece of gum destroying Brainiac. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's so stupid it will never happen. But like you said, you're dumb luck, right? So I'm saying stupidity just based off of their intellect.
Right? Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
I mean, both arguments make absolute sense. You know what I mean? I'm going for Brainiac purely off of the other person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other person's lack of, how do I say this? I don't want to say ingenuity because he's clearly intelligent. His lack of.
But what is stupidity if not?
His lack of humanity. That's what I want to say. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, Cap.
Here's the thing. It has been shown in the comics that Reed Richards, although seemingly not paying attention to shit around him, has remembered and used shit that both Johnny Storm and Benjamin Grimm has said or suggested to get out of situations.
I agree with you, Cap. But when it's a one-on-one, you don't have that element.
True.
But what I'm saying is,
but there's experience that he's remembered. I think is what Cap is saying.
Oh, okay.
It's not like when they're right there. He's been in situations where he's like, oh wait, didn't Ben tell me this? And then used it and got out of it.
Yeah.
And then when Ben's like, yo, how the fuck you get out of that? He's like, oh, you said this a
But
while back.
couldn't Brainiac do the same thing and pull from past experience? Because he's gonna have
No,
that
but
knowledge. You know
No.
what's going on.
It's all
They don't-
numbers for him though.
They don't
It's
show
all
ingenuity in history.
But and then
Exactly,
we could also think about
exactly.
how old is Brainiac and how many galaxies he's traveled. and
He's
picked
seen a
up
lot, bro.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's one end to the universe to the other. You know what I mean?
But-
and he's accumulated everything like this.
Yo,
what I'm saying is, you can make a case for either side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I could just see all that knowledge from going from one end of the universe to the other. You're like,
But
it has
a
to
plethora.
He could have seen a Reed Richards before, bro. Somewhere.
No,
yeah,
but
he could have come across, another version of Reed Richards, someone like him, and go, "Oh, I've dealt with you before. I know what to do."
But also that knowledge can hinder him because he might, the AI might be like, "Yo, this guy's a human. I only need this stuff to beat him." And then you know what I'm saying? Like he won't go into those
Perfect
bag
example.
of tricks.
Perfect example. Captain America up against Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like like Friday's calculating everything that he's doing, and she's like, "Yo, Tony, I don't know what we're gonna do here, bro." You're like, "He's too random. I can't figure him out."
He had a shield.
That's my point. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's my point.
The
Humans,
shield that
like
his
you-
father made. A shield that his
put
father
that
made.
shield up, Cap.
That's
Put
what I'm
that
saying,
shield
yo.
up, baby.
Yo, if
I'm gonna have to get
if it
props.
wasn't for the
I'm
shield,
gonna
we're
have to get
talking
props.
different language right now.
Oh no. My whole thing. Okay, like again, I just to reiterate. I think that human randomness is always gonna trump numbers and situations that you put together based on past experiences. There's always that one. I mean, humans are just the epitome of resistance and survival and making it and moving on. Because of that randomness,
Yo.
you can't figure out a human. No matter how much you study a human, there's always going to be some shit that you cannot study. It's just the randomness of the human being. And I think that does lend an edge to Reed Richards over Brainiac, me personally. That's it.
So
All right.
I'm
But I
going
completely,
Brainiac.
but I completely hear,
All right.
I completely hear what y'all saying about,
Yeah.
you can't learn enough to,
Quick-
figure out all.
Yeah,
outcomes.
I'm gonna go Brainiac, and I'm gonna go to the old tall tale John Henry, bro. My man was doing work, but when that steam train came down, it was laying down the goddamn hammer, bro. He couldn't keep up, bro.
Yeah.
He was good at his job, bro, but technology it took that next step. So you're here,
But-
but
Yeah. All right. Quick question. Now, Reed Richards beats Dr. Doom based off of exploiting Dr. Doom's arrogance, pretty much, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't Brainiac have a similar arrogance, thinking that no matter how smart this guy is, I know everything? And you
So-
said he's a machine, and you can logic base it.
Yeah. So Brainiac wouldn't have an arrogance, but Reed might be able to find a flaw in his programming.
And his knowledge
Something-
in the mass amount of knowledge that he has.
Because at certain point, and this is true for anything, at certain point, there's gonna be something within the knowledge you gain that directly contradicts something else. And if you
Okay.
if you could trap Brainiac into thinking one way and then show him the contradiction, that's gonna fuck him up. Because that
Randomness.
contradiction shouldn't be there.
I agree, but again, it comes back to that if factor, bro. If is a big word, bro.
Dude, not when
Well, I
No,
mean, we're
no,
talking.
if
We're
it-
doing
if
a
it's
we're
big,
doing
bro.
a hero and villain versus. There's a lot of what ifs here,
Yeah.
Yeah, the variables are insane. You know what I
for
mean?
Reed,
Yeah.
for Reed Richards, it's gonna be 100% easy to figure out what logic system Brainiac runs on, and then from there, all it is just to find that one spot that
So-
that
so-
cross section.
So,
Like
so
this.
counter. You don't think Brainiac's gonna sit there and analyze Reed Richards and say, okay, I know what I got to do right now.
I think
No,
he's
'cause
already
it's-
analyzed it, and he feels that it might not be any more analyzing to do unless Reed Richards comes out with some random shit. And will he be prepared for the randomness? Again, my argument to here is, the the curse and gift that is knowledge, which Reed Richards also have. I think
Correct.
both of them have this issue where they might just know too much. But when you look at a human has the ability to, within his knowledge, find something completely random and out of place that a machine might not find. A machine is all numbers. It's going to calculate numbers. It's going to calculate situations. Whereas a human being can see everything step by step by step and try to find some differences. And again, we're all doing what ifs, and I might be completely wrong here, but I just know that again, that curveball that a human, a robot is never going to throw you a curveball. Not physically. Like if you have a robot who understands how to pitch, he will throw you a curveball, of course. I'm talking about like that randomness of human beings.
Last note, and why I think AI kind of sets itself apart too. Let's say you have artificial intelligence, right? And let's say you were standing there with your girlfriend, and it was a situation, and the artificial intelligence said, "Well, fuck it, I'll shoot your girl." See, it doesn't have that thought of, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't shoot her, or maybe I shouldn't." It says, "All right, if I got to get through the situation, I shoot the girl." See, the human element, I'd be like, "Damn, I don't want to hit this girl, bro."
So here's the thing. Here's how you beat that, right? Because if your AI is saying, "Hey, I can hurt this person if I shoot his girlfriend," so therefore the AI is like, "Yo, I'm gonna shoot your girl." The minute you turn around and go ahead. Now that AI is stuck, because it's like, wait a minute, that should have fucking had a different reaction.
But if it still does it, you're still messed up though.
It's still fucked up.
You see what I'm saying? So it's still so it would have then affect you mentally.
No.
So let's think about it like this. Go ahead.
A logic decision would prevent the AI from shooting. If the AI thinks that it's logic, that your logical response is A and you do B, the AI is gonna freak out because B was not the answer to the equation.
But also the
If
AI
the
would
robot
only
still shoots, then it doesn't matter if you were gonna save her or not. He was gonna fucking shoot anyway. And then
I'm gonna put it to you. I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna throw the same situation back at you, Bleak. You are off. You have a wife. You have a girlfriend. Whatever it is, you're off doing something you're not supposed to do. I'm not saying cheating. I'm saying you're off doing something you're supposed to do. Your girlfriend calls your AI. Hey, have you seen Bleak today? No, I haven't seen him. Your AI, your girl calls Reed Richards. It's like, hey, have you seen him? Yeah, he's been with me the whole time. Yeah, he's a little passed out. We had a couple drinks. The human element. Machines only calculate situations. Is a machine capable of like, lying for you?
Look,
is a machine capable of that randomness?
I agree with you, unless it's programmed with the Bleak 52 2.0 chip.
Yo, and I hope to make that chip. That chip is unflawed.
All right.
Yo, we could clearly you could program an AI. Clearly you could program an AI.
It's on the floppy disk. You can't hack a floppy disk.
The yellow floppy with the magic marker.
Right.
Friday. If Pepper calls me, I'm not here. And we've seen it. We've seen it in Iron Man where Iron Man's like, yo, don't let anybody down here. And Pepper comes in like, what? You're gonna stop me? No, you're not gonna stop me. That's the one thing. And again, this is Brainiac. I get it. But I feel like there's just something about that human element that will always be able to wheedle his way through a machine, bro. Always.
I'm about to get off, but I'm gonna go Brainiac.
I hear you.
There you
I
go.
respect it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Bleak. If you wrote the code for Brainiac, then I'm gonna go Brainiac. Then.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. If you wrote it, I'm going to. But...
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's on the floppy disk. You cannot hack a floppy disk, bro.
Hey, yo,
it's not even like the new floppies. It's the big joints, the real floppy floppies.
Word.
The real joint.
You gotta push that button hard to get that bad boy out of there. Don't play no games.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get out of here.
Hey,
yo,
it's
I'm
been
gonna
a
go to the
pleasure, guys.
Bleak.
You guys
It's been a
enjoy,
pleasure,
man.
brother.
All right,
Great
Bleak, appreciate you
conversation.
something, my man.
This is the one that we went on with the longest, bro. Appreciate that.
All right, no problem. Gotta take it easy now.
All right, brother.
1 second, fellas. I'm gonna go use the potty.
All right. So who's next? Cap, you next?
Yeah, late. You took one of my guys, man.
Still use it. It's okay.
Nah, because we've already discussed it. Because I was gonna do Ghost Rider versus Constantine. because that's now that's a demon versus a demon hunter. That's what I was gonna do.
That's It's funny because I had Constantine versus somebody, and I completely forgot the other person. Like I wrote it down and I don't even remember the person's name now.
Should I wait for Cabs to come back or?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you start and once you start speaking, he's gonna go right into it. Because once you start naming the people.
All right, so in lieu of that one, I'm gonna go to my next one, which is Black Mask versus one of my favorite Marvel villains that people might not have heard of, the Rose.
The Rose.
Why does that sound familiar though?
I'm telling you, son. I'm over here like, why does that sound so familiar? It's like, oh man, Rose. I'm assuming crime boss.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
Is that the one that kills
That's what I'm trying to.
Daredevil's father?
I'm like, I know he's a crime boss because clearly Black Mask is one as well.
yeah.
Is that the guy that killed Daredevil's father?
No.
Because
Wilson Fisk killed Daredevil's father.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is Richard Fisk. It's Kingpin's son.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's dope. All right.
So with the Rose, he's an expert hand-to-hand combat, expert fucking marksman. He's mastered other different types of weapons, and he has that same tactical brain as Wilson Fisk does. The only thing he doesn't have is he doesn't have that weird fucking strength that Kingpin has.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that. So pretty much a mob boss versus a mob boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, works for me. I always like that. I always like that kind of shit. So I'm with it. I don't know much about Rose, but I know Black Mask. So I'd probably lean towards Mask just because of my knowledge of him.
Is it gonna be that mob versus mob or one-on-one?
No, one-on-one. So it's gonna be one-on-one because the Rose gets his hands dirty.
Okay.
He doesn't have. I mean, technically he has the Fisk organization behind him, but he normally just runs dolo, and he just fucks people up on himself.
So what does the Black Mask do? Is he just a normal person wearing a black mask?
That you said you knew Mask.
He does know how to fight. He's not top level, but he gets physical when needed. Otherwise, he would avoid it, and that's why he gets ascended the way he has. But if he needs to be physical, he can. He is an expert with weapons, tactics, and you don't build an empire like his by not being ruthless and intelligent. You know what I mean?
Check. Can you guys hear me? Check.
Yep.
You can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I went. Yeah, I'm having some AirPod problems. I forgot my laptop, but to just some good news. I have been looking into PCs. If I buy a PC for myself, it'll solve my PC issues, and my son wanting a PC as well. So I'm just gonna go for it. I was looking at some pre-builds, and I found a pre-build that is just like, some people are like, yo, this pre-build is probably going to be better than anything you're going to make by yourself. So just get this. So I've been looking at it. Real quick, though. MODOK or Brainiac?
MODOK. He has the ability to actually control technology.
Yeah.
Legit. That's all I just wanted to ask very quick. I wanted to do it when Bleak was here, but I went to the bathroom and I thought about it in there. So yeah.
Like I said, I'll go with Black Mask because I know more about him.
Right.
If I knew a little more about the Rose, I might have gone with him. But
Black Mask or Fisk?
No,
Fisk is his son.
The Rose.
Rose.
It's Richard Fisk.
His son. Okay. Because I was about to say that's easy Kingpin for me.
So the reason I picked this is because it is mob boss versus mob boss, and like you said, Black Mask does get his hands dirty sometimes, but the Rose lives in that. There is no when needed. This motherfucker, he operates outside of the Kingpin. The Kingpin don't tell him to do nothing.
Right.
He just fucking shows up and is like, oh, this dude's a problem. I'm gonna go handle it. So I'm gonna pick the Rose because he's not gonna wait for Roman Cialis to do shit. He's just gonna show up in Black Mask's house and beat the shit out of him when he's not fucking paying attention. Leave his little Rose and walk the fuck home.
So he's like, I am the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's-
okay.
I am the smoke. That's hilarious.
I can see Rose. I would go with Rose based off of the descriptions of them. Oh, let me
Is that too bright? See if I can. There you go.
okay.
got it.
Looks like Nemo, Baron Zemo and Kingpin.
Yeah, a lot. For some reason, there's a lot of purple masks in villainry. I guess they were. Like
Yeah, it is very
wholesale
popular
or
color.
Purple is a good villain color. Ask Barney.
True.
Barney was a villain in disguise. I don't care what anybody tells me.
And that purple Teletubby.
Everyone doesn't love me, Barney. Everyone doesn't love me. No,
Oh, no.
in fact, there is more people that might dislike me than love me, Barney. You should have told me that from the beginning. I think my life would have been a lot better knowing that this war was a little colder than you made it look like. Barney's a villain. I don't care what anybody
Word.
tells me.
He
So
gave
cringe.
us Demi Lovato. He can't be too bad.
He's dating Demi Lovato?
No, I said he gave us Demi Lovato. She was
Oh.
on. She was one of the kids on that
Oh.
fucking show.
You know what, bro? If you were to tell me that Barney's dating Demi Lovato, I wouldn't even be surprised. That girl is off her rocker, bro. It's la pobre, man. Demi Lovato had a time where she was like it. She was the next one. She was the next Britney. She was the next maybe a Christina Aguilera more. But she was it at one point. And then drug abuse kind of hurt her. But she completely fell off a rocker. Didn't she just say the other day to stop calling them aliens? That's
Mhm. Yep.
You know what's funny? I googled that and I couldn't really get a definitive answer. Did she really say that, or is that just the internet being the internet?
I've exhausted all my Demi Lovato knowledge, so I have no clue.
Yeah, bro. Fucking.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know who you was
Bro.
talking about until you said that whole aliens thing.
Yeah.
I'm
She
not
said
cool
that.
with that. Not that I heard, that I read about, but that's all I flipping through Instagram. You go, oh,
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So do we
based
have
on
do we
the
have another
descriptions
one
you've
coming up?
heard-
Based off of what?
the toga?
Said based on the description
Hey.
you heard, what do you think with this?
I'm going Rose.
Very insightful. I love the way you elaborated.
Thanks.
Oh, I was waiting for other people to go. No, all right. No, I'm going. I didn't know you was just asking me. I thought you was asking the whole group.
No, because I already said Black
Oh,
Mask.
all right. No, I'm going
Yeah.
Rose just because like you said, he lives in the smoke. He wants to smoke. He's Kingpin's fucking son, and Kingpin to me is the
He
best
is.
bad guy in the world. You know what I'm saying?
When I heard Black Master Kingpin, I was like, well, that's easy, Kingpin, and even his son. I'm giving it to his son without any type of context. Anything that comes from the Kingpin is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. So I'm gonna go there. I got a real good one though. So let me know when you guys are ready.
I was gonna say Electro versus Lady Shiva, but that's for another time, another place. Electro versus Lady Shiva. That's that's literally scrapping.
So when I was thinking of these, I wanted to, because we have some great minds in here. You guys all speak very well. You guys elaborate well. You guys have your comic book knowledge. So I was trying to keep it within the realm of, people that other people watching this may know. That's what I tried to do. And I did try to jump in between universes. And if I may, can I bring my next battle? Can I bring my next
course.
verses?
Of course.
I didn't go yet, but go ahead.
One of them is on my shirt. One of them is on my shirt. So I would like to propose Harley Quinn versus Black Widow. by the silence, I feel like I got your brains churning.
I'm
I
off
think
the
it's
cuff. I'm saying
I
Black
think it's
Widow.
I think it's very evenly matched. I think don't sleep on Harley, bro. Don't sleep on Harley. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? You know what it is? It's really a sense of, you were saying before, this is really tactics versus randomness. This
Yeah.
is somebody, because Harley is completely random, but she is vicious, she is violent, and we've seen that. But then Black Widow is efficient and tactical, and
And precise.
exactly, she has that, you know, that mind. So it's, God damn, it's crazy. Like, do you go with the randomness of some shit that Harley
But
can pull out of her ass,
This is like
or do you
this
go
is
with
like
the
this.
tactics? It's crazy.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? Y'all remember when N1 street ball was like a thing?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, man, these guys are really good. Do you think these guys can make an NBA team and beat them? And it's like a lot of people were like, well, it depends on the stage. So this is what I feel like, where Black Widow is like an NBA star. She went through school, went through college, you know, doing her two-a-days, training and all of that. And then you have Harley Quinn, who's just been on the parks all her life, crossing motherfuckers up behind the back, doing crazy passes. And it's like, can this street baller go up against an NBA player? I feel like this is the battle. And again, I thought about this a lot. I thought last week was versus, so I was really disappointed when I couldn't join because of my job. So I was glad that we saved versus for this. And this is the one that I've been thinking about for the longest time. I just saw Black Widow the other day. Black Widow's not the worst movie. I'm just saying that, but I really think that Harley might give it to Black Widow, but I think in the long run, Black Widow can figure out a way to take her out. So Cap, you've been thinking for the last 5 minutes. I'm on pins and needles here, bro. What you got for me?
So I've been thinking, because we brought it up a lot, that the randomness of humans like works in a favor. But when you have two humans,
You have two humans here, yeah.
randomness is the ultimate downfall. I have seen many an MMA
Yes.
fight where they were like, yo, this dude has unpredictable fucking stand up. So what does the other guy do? Just take him down. And once he's on the ground, that motherfucker can't do shit. You win the fight easily. And I think once Black Widow sits there and analyzes and go, oh, okay, you're just crazy you're actual crazy. She's going to be able to now devise tactics to fucking exploit that. Because we forget, Natasha's not only good hand to hand, she's also a master manipulator. And
A
there's nobody
tactician.
easier to manipulate than Harley fucking Quinn.
it's true.
And it's funny.
That's a
I
great
was
point.
thinking the same thing. I was like, the soldier over the brawler. Soldier's gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
So
literally,
the reason
it'd be fun to watch.
the
Like, I
reason
would
I
love to
brought
see
this
that
one
comic.
up,
I would love to see that.
that's what I'm saying. I think this one, I chose this one over how fun it would, how fun it would be more than anything. Um, One thing about Hardy though, Hardy does have a slight healing factor. So when she teamed up with Poison
Right.
Ivy injected her with a bunch of shit, and
Right.
that gave her like a really, really low grade healing factor. You can Google that; it's confirmed. Trust me. I love Harley,
Doesn't Natasha
and
have like nanites?
not in a cliche way. I love Harley in a way that is just cool. However, on the other side, you have Natasha, who, damn, healing factor or not, Natasha could bang with the best of them. Natasha is known as one of the best hand-to-hand fighters of all time, up there with the Gamoras. keeping it to females up there with the Psylokes and all of that. Now that would be a great match. Sword versus sword, Gamora versus Psylocke. But that's for Clash of Swords. That's for another episode. But yeah, I kind of think it would be. I think in a real deal setting, I think Harley gets first round off of randomness and all of that shit. But I think Black Widow can regroup and then just take her out fully. I think it would be a fun match, though, in my opinion.
So, what do you got?
I think because we're also forgetting that Natasha.
I'm going Black Widow.
Yeah, I think because Natasha was also an undercover agent, so randomness is something she does. She has to adapt.
It's kind of her thing.
She has to adapt to any situation to be able to fit in and convince people that she's who she is. Also, with her fighting ability and her gadgets alone, also because she has the sticks and she has the wristbands that shoot the electricity.
Yep.
She'll be able to neutralize Harley Quinn. So she might even be able to manipulate Harley Quinn to the point where Harley Quinn, just sees like a victim, and it might for a second, that split second, make Harley Quinn go, hold on, wait. The little bit of humanity might pop up because this is no longer fun because now I'm just beating a random person up. You know what I'm saying? Or she might be able to deep delve into that mind of Harley Quinn and just dominate her like the Joker would. Where the Harley Quinn would actually look and admire her. You know what I'm saying? So,
So that's kind of the fun part. That's kind of the fun part about this. I think that Black Widow would beat Harley to a pulp, but then Harley would be like, "Hey, you're kind of cool. Can I just be your fan?" I think that's why it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
but yeah, Black
see.
Widow 100%. Black Widow 100%. Black Widow 100%. I would enjoy seeing something like that though. Just the hammers versus the sticks. I think that seems very fun. Harley got hyenas. What you gonna do against some hyenas? But
I feel like Natasha dealt with hyenas also in her life with all this shit she's been through.
At some point in Russia, there was some kind of big dog-like animal that she had to deal with. Yeah. But that was it. Just another little one for me, Tags, did you bring any? I would love to hear what you got. If you brought any.
No, I didn't bring it. Well, I have a few, but the one that I wanted to talk about was Carnage versus the Red Goblin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Red Goblin or not.
I'm not that familiar with Red Goblin, but what you got for me?
All right, so the little backstory with the Red Goblin is Osborn, the Green Goblin, was fighting Spiderman, and Spiderman threw nanites in his face, and they went into his skin, and they took the Goblin serum that he took. Now, the Goblin serum gave him strength and healing ability. It was kind of like a bad super soldier serum that Osborn made, but it also drove him crazy. So that's why Spider-Man did it, to save him from his humanity and shit. So Osborn hired people to go and get the Carnage symbiote because he was feeling lost, that he didn't have that craziness with him anymore. So he gets the Carnage symbiote and it merges with him, and he tells him like, "Yo, we'll do anything. Let me be the driver's seat. Let me be in the driver's seat." And Carnage was like, "All right, cool, no problem." So Carnage, he actually tells Carnage like, "Yo, I also got nanites that prevent me from using the Goblin serum I got. Do something about it." So he throws up all the nanites, like the millions of nanites inside of him. Carnage got rid of them. So now not only is he Carnage, but he's also the Green Goblin, psychopathic with Carnage in there. So he's like double psychopathic now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so he has the enhanced strength, the enhanced healing ability. He's psycho from the Goblin shit, and he has the Carnage symbiote.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if anyone knows how to handle that stuff, wouldn't it be the Red Goblin?
Well, you mean Carnage?
And again, I'm just throwing this out. Yeah. Like if anyone knew how to handle this, it would be the Red Goblin. So the Red Goblin got all of. I'm sorry. If anyone knew how to handle that, wouldn't it be Carnage, who has all of that shit already in him? That's now in the Red Goblin.
Well, I was thinking like Carnage with who's Carnage original?
Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy with Carnage versus Osborn with the Red Goblin. Like those two people have their symbiotes.
That's
Well, shit.
that's
And
literally
that's the thing about
that's
symbiote.
intelligent versus insanity. That's literally
Yo,
what
for
you
real, it's legit crazy
do.
versus crazy.
Because
This
there's
is
very few
this
people
is this
crazier
is
than Carnage.
this is Puerto Ricans versus Dominicans right here. This is what you this is what you just brought to the table. It's both levels of crazy, man. And I Carnage is clearly a fan favorite. I don't know much about Red Goblin, but shit, the way that you put him is like, can he even be stopped? Can Spider-Man stop Red Goblin?
He had to use the Venom symbiote to fight him, but he did kill Flash Gordon as the Agent Venom, the Red Goblin.
Damn, bro. I think you just Googled who is the most OP.
No,
Like,
I did.
fuck.
I did a backstory on Carnage, and that popped up, and then I just went into Red Goblin's origin. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker crazy.
You know what?
He is. I need to look more into this Red Goblin.
I'm gonna go with the OG. I'm gonna go with the original. Between his insanity and the fact that he just loves to kill, I don't think that's something you can prepare for, because he enjoys doing it. It's legitly, it's what he lives for. So I'm gonna go with Carnage, even though that dude.
I'm gonna go with Carnage.
But I'll go with Carnage.
I'm gonna go with Carnage because the only thing to battle insanity is insanity, and whether I know you can make that argument both ways, but there is the if you got parts of me in you, then there's then I have to know, and I have to be able to find a way to stop you, right?
Yeah.
Logically. But man, Carnage is just fun. It's funny. I have not seen Venom because, to be honest, I didn't want to go and watch Venom. I was waiting for it to hit my my little movie app that I have here. But Sony and Disney movies are not gonna play on most of these movie sites. But I do love Carnage, and I think if you're gonna, where's that from? Bring a psycho to kill a psycho? Demolition.
Oh, that's from Demolition Man. Send the maniac to
Demolition
catch a
Man.
maniac.
Yeah.
Send a maniac to
Love
catch
that
a
movie.
maniac. Yeah.
Very underrated movie.
Oh
Very
yeah.
underrated.
Oh yeah.
And it predicted a lot of stuff, by the way. They predicted a lot of stuff.
Wait, who underrates Demolition Man?
No,
Get him in
dude,
this podcast right now so I can smack him.
that's what I'm saying. Dude, you know how many people that have actually told me, I don't like that movie? I'm like, man, you're insane, bro. It's awesome.
You know how there's that meme that the Simpsons predict everything? No. Demolition Man predicted everything. All right. We're
Pretty
literally going through that kind of shit right now. In 20 years, there is gonna be a civilization of vaccinated people and unvaccinated people living on it. No, that's a joke. I don't want to bring politics into this.
Nah, I
but
hear you.
Demolition Man is top tier.
Word.
No underrated. I'm gonna go with Carnage though.
Okay. Yeah, Cap.
And Cap again, very quiet. This guy, when I see Cap doing this, I'm nervous. I'm nervous when Cap is doing this, bro, because he's about to unleash.
No, I like how you guys attribute like a whole fucking. I'm about to bust out a soliloquy on you guys. Like I'm letting you guys speak your thing. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. There's nothing special going on. I don't have any secret answers.
When Cap has prep time, he's more dangerous than Batman with prep time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I can't dispute that.
So I have never heard of the Red Goblin before you brought it up. But going off of your description, you said he has the Carnage symbiote.
Yes.
And then he's unlocked the actual Green Goblin serum that's in him.
Yeah.
So that would mean to tell me that he's got two voices in his head now that are going to be competing for dominance along with his own thoughts. And the Green Goblin already drives him crazy. And the Carnage symbiote literally comes off of a murderer.
Yeah.
So when you deal with the fact that when you look at the fact that he's got to deal with now multiple fucking impulses, and Carnage only has to deal with one, you got to give the upper hand to Carnage, because Carnage's impulse kill the other guy, where Osborn's impulses are going to be all over the place. So I know you said that that what do you call it? Red Carnage killed Agent Venom, Flash Thompson.
And apparently he also ripped Spider-Man in half. According the Pro Wrestling Podcast said there's pictures of him ripping Spider-Man in half.
Anything?
That's
Wait,
not PG.
But
yeah, who said that?
The Pro Wrestling Podcast in the chat. But also because Carnage is made from Venom, Spider-Man can't use his Spidey sense to detect him.
Yeah.
So that's a big advantage that he has over Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go with send a maniac to catch a maniac. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go Carnage. I get it that this guy is super OP because of that, but if there's anyone who's gonna understand the Red Goblin, it's gotta be Carnage, right? So that's what I'm gonna take the logical approach to this, where as in if you really look at the variables like a computer would do, you would think Red Goblin. But again, send a maniac to catch a maniac, Red Carnage.
Let's see, I think it's
Carnage.
I think it's a little deeper than send a maniac to catch a maniac. Because on one hand, you have somebody who
100%.
completely lacks empathy and just wants to wreak havoc in Carnage and Cletus Cassidy. And you have somebody who has a legit mental illness.
Yeah.
Because the Green Goblin serum has given, for all intents and purposes, he has a mental disorder now because of that.
It's flawed him. It's flawed him as much as helped him. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So when you have, I just think that Carnage is he's actually too sane not to win this fight.
It's crazy when Carnage is the sane one in the fight.
Yeah.
That is bad shit.
Because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the symbiote actually just lets Cletus fucking in control. Like it's not even the symbiote; it's Cletus who's doing all this shit.
Well,
Cletus he takes the lead.
Okay, so two things. One, welcome show to the podcast. You're late, but appreciate you being here.
You never look better, show.
Also, I did mention that the Carnage symbiote gave full reign to Osborn.
Yes, you did. But now, when you put in the
No, I get it, because Cletus Cassidy lives in this shit. Like he made the Carnage symbiote crazy. But it wasn't the symbiote made him crazy. He lived for this shit, and they just gave him extra means.
Here's the thing, though, Vin. So if you give me,
I love this,
the keys to the car to drive.
Yeah.
And then you give somebody who's visually impaired without glasses the keys to the car to drive. Those are two different outcomes. So yeah, the symbiote gave Osborn full control, but Osborn is still dealing with the Green Goblin.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta understand, Osborn does have the capability to do good.
It's a fake. By the way, it's almost like a fake insanity versus a psychopath.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, yo, show, we were all wearing masks earlier, so put one on.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Yeah, put one on.
Holy shit!
There, oh boy, Jesus Christ! There it is.
Jesus.
There it is.
Yo, Halloween pass.
Yeah, there it is.
Where did you find that? Hideous thing.
For real.
Party City.
Yeah, that's a good mask. That's a good mask. But yo, let's get show again.
Yeah,
You're freaking
real.
everybody out.
Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out, man. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Bro. That was a mistake on my part. Let's get show back here.
You should have never asked for it.
You know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful, brother. You know you are.
You know, once in a while.
It's almost like when you have Michael Myers in the insane asylum with a crazy dude that just so happened to kill somebody at a happenstance. That's where Carnage versus the Red Goblin it seems for me.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, everyone has props but me. I'm gonna get props.
The only props I
We
got
have-
is behind me, but I don't.
No, the only prop. No, you have the prop. You have the facts.
The
Can you show
facts.
everybody the facts?
1-800.
Yeah,
Show
I
everybody
got.
the facts.
I got
You
the.
have-
Yeah, I got the facts right here.
that beats all props. Fuck that.
That's true. That is a fact in
That
itself.
beats- that is a fact within itself that you have the facts, and
Yes.
that is the best prop of all time. I'm
And
gonna need. Look, this guy
there's a number
Led
right
has
there.
nunchucks. What are those nunchucks?
Yep.
Those are indeed. Yo, you motherfuckers both have nunchucks.
Mm-hmm. These niggas is Ninja
I'm
Turtles.
good.
When next Tuesday I whip out with a bow staff, we gonna see what's up.
Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mine
you have
also
a bow
turns
staff
into-
too. All right, then I'm gonna get a side.
Yo.
We
Funny
had
part-
we
the funny
had
part about
size.
This one here is this is going to lead to my next choice because both of the guys that I'm picking
Nightwing.
use this
Nightwing
particular extrema stick. They use this particular weapon, and that's Daredevil versus Nightwing.
Oh, okay. So hold on, Led. Before you say, I heard what you said, but we need to
that's
see
dope.
this happen.
Yeah.
So I had to pull out my lightsaber. Sorry.
So yeah.
So Led just said, wait, Led, you just said Daredevil versus Nightwing?
Yep.
Real quick before we start.
DC's and Marvel's, without a doubt, best acrobatics, hands down.
Before
Yeah.
we start this show, do you have any matches for us?
Yeah. Come on,
Alright,
you gotta
cool.
have something, bro.
All right,
I've been
cool.
listening to
Think-
y'all since Bleak been here.
All right, so think of
All the person I know is Carnage.
all right. Think of one, and then we'll if this time we'll get
Come
to
back
you,
to me.
and we'll talk about
We'll get
yeah.
back to-
But all
Alright.
right, so Nightwing versus Daredevil
Sir.
in a straight up fight.
The men, they'll have what they usually have. Nightwing will have his extrema sticks. Daredevil's gonna have his Billy Club, which is also kind of doubles for that. You know what I mean? They'll have what they
his
regularly go on
superpowers.
patrol with. What they regularly go on
His
patrol with. You know
superpowers.
what I'm saying?
And
He
his
does,
superpowers.
but it's amazing to see what Nightwing can pull off. He can pull off there's like a flip that no one else in DC can do but him. I forgot what it's called. It's insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So okay.
before we
Let
start
me tell
answering
you.
this, I just want to shout out how I want to give props to everybody for picking the most evenly fucking match
For
battles.
real.
There has not been like a landslide in any of
Yeah.
these.
Word.
I think
Appreciate
the
it.
only landslide we had was probably Widow versus Harley, and I think it would be a good first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Widow would take over. But yeah. This shit is especially big shout out to Spawn versus Ghost Rider. That shit is still in my mind. I'm over here like, God damn, can Ghost Rider do it? Like, yo, that was great. That was great. Okay. Daredevil versus Nightwing. Okay, so we had something earlier where I said Batman versus Iron Man. Very easy, well, not easy, but easy to discuss because none of them have powers. Now we're talking about Daredevil. First of all, Daredevil has the power of Christ and the devil in his arsenal. My man got the whole church behind him, like the Verizon man. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so and we're talking just straight up, no holds barred, just on a regular Sunday evening, Daredevil versus Nightwing.
Yep.
Okay, so before I make a decision, because I do have a decision, but I need some more context. Is there a world where you have Nightwing on this? And if you do, please tell me why.
So pretty much Nightwing is done with Bloodhaven, right? He wants to find another city.
By himself.
Yes. So he comes to New York, right? And he just happens to take up residence in Hell's Kitchen. And one night, he sees somebody assaulting somebody. He assumes the person's a villain because of the way they're dressed. That's Daredevil, not knowing what's really going on. You know what I mean? He kind of looks and goes, why a guy dressed like a devil beating the shit out of somebody? What's that about? Because if you see how Nightwing dresses, you're like, you got to tell that's a good guy.
Yeah,
With
you can
Daredevil,
tell.
you look at him, you go, is he? Unless you know the reputation. Unless you know the reputation of the guy. Like the Punisher said, he goes, I don't see you running from it, from the Daredevil thing. I don't see you running from the name.
Yeah.
The
embrace it.
Nightwing blue is very welcoming. Yes,
Yeah.
it is very welcoming.
And the fact that his mask is like just this is here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He says,
So,
"Have a
yeah.
Carnage," real
And it's
easy.
one of those encounters where he tries to stop him, and then Daredevil tries to explain, but Nightwing's made it. Yeah, not that one. Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that
That one will get you shot in New York.
Those yellow things kind of look like almost like you know the bullets.
bullets.
Like, you know, like
Oh,
yeah,
when
the
you grab
Rambo
bullets
bullets.
around
They do. They
Yeah, it
actually
kinda
do.
looks like
Like
that a little
the
bit.
Rambo belt clip.
Yo, but
like
he
a
looks
exactly.
he looks like he could fit in with Luke Cage back in the day, you know?
You know what's funny?
That's what I'm saying. He looks like
Exactly.
Banshee there. He looks like Banshee.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, they encounter each other, and they go to war, man. That's gonna be a really acrobatic fight, by the way.
That is actually like that's gonna be straight. That's the raid. If you've
Yeah.
ever seen any raid fight, that's what'll happen there. I mean, okay, I love Nightwing. I think that is the consensus DC pick for most likable character, right? I think that's where it is.
It's
But
not Guy Gardner.
But damn, Daredevil does have an edge with his powers. He does have some kind of power. I mean, he can't see, but technically he can see, and he can do just more than see. Like, can he hear Nightwing coming a mile away? Can he detect the randomness? You know?
Mhm.
I love Nightwing. And I think Nightwing will put up a good fight. But I'm probably gonna go Daredevil here. Simply because I mean we're talking about powers versus no powers. And I know it's a cop out, especially when we're doing a superhero versus, but shit, Daredevil is pretty strong.
You know, but his powers aren't like super strength. Like he just hears them and he can see them. And I can see Nightwing being trained by Batman for something, you know,
exactly,
to combat
The
something
thing
like that.
When with Daredevil and with heightened sense and all that, it makes his balance and it does make him a little stronger because he's able to really center himself more than most people can. But on the other hand, Nightwing grew up literally in a circus.
Yeah.
Like, he's been doing all that flip shit his whole life.
See,
unlike Daredevil, when we came blind and everything, he started to go into that.
Yeah.
Nightwing has pretty much been an actor his whole life. Like he knows the balance, he knows how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
this is my most reluctant choice
of the strength of his experience being able to control his body through his whole life, and then getting taught by Batman what he taught him. But just that ability to balance himself so well that I mean, you've seen the comics, you see what the guy can do.
Here's my question.
This is my most reluctant choice.
Who's
my most reluctant choice here, bro?
I feel like a fight like this would go to the bitter end, and heart would determine who's the tougher one. Who's the one that's been through the shit the most?
Daredevil.
Well, I mean, Daredevil, but Nightwing has also survived Batman and made it out.
Daredevil's willing to go that extra step, which I don't think
Nightwing is not ready. I mean, Nightwing got like 3 full bodies, maybe. I think that's a good point where Daredevil will finish the fight if he has to.
Yeah, I like Nightwing's creativity and is able to think outside of the box. You know, he's a little more. I don't want to say resourceful. I want to say more
intuitive,
kind of a little more random. You know, a little more.
You know what? At the end of the day, this episode is all about how randomness will beat anything. But you know, Daredevil does have the human factor in him, so it isn't. I don't know if it's going to be an edge, but Nightwing is definitely very crafty. And again, I'm saying this reluctantly, bro, because I love Nightwing, and I know what Nightwing has done, and he has proved himself. And not only has he proved himself within his comic universe, he's proved himself to the masses. Everyone, Google it. Everyone loves Nightwing. It's just he's not toxic, he's not poisonous, but you know, you gotta sip the Kool-Aid.
He's welcoming, he's inviting.
There it is. That's the word.
It's easy to cheer for him. It's easy to be like,
The Nightwing Blue is very inviting.
He's if Batman was a human.
Yeah.
He's
If Batman was a
he's-
human, that's good. I like that.
He's Batman. He's Batman with a soul.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Batman with a soul.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
But damn, I mean, it's I think Cap makes a good point here that Daredevil is willing to go that extra mile. And and again, I know I've said this a few times, but and you Nightwing folk can talk a little bit. Nightwing has taken he's killed before, right? Has he killed anybody?
Yes.
He's got
It's,
a couple.
it's rare and it's only to the absolute extreme. Like he has no other
Exactly.
choice. You know
I
what I'm
think he has
saying?
like two
Like,
or three
out
on
of
him.
out of
I
all
read
the Batman sidekick, he lives that code more than anybody else does. Because clearly this guy doesn't. This guy doesn't, but he lives it like that's the one thing from Batman he got that he lives. He goes, "Yo, I won't kill if I have to." By the way, when he does kill, he is good at it. You know what I mean? I mean, he was trained. He knows what he's doing. And I believe Nightwing does know more fighting styles than Daredevil.
100%. Yes, 100%.
I'm saying he's able to change and adapt his game a little bit different, But like I said, I wanted something that you can see it on a comic book, and you could also see it on screen. It'll be dope either way.
Yeah.
I think that this would be the best fight you can put together.
Especially if it's in a hallway.
Exactly. If it's in the hallway, it's on, son.
I think both those guys are equipped for hallways.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think both of them are equipped for hallways.
Between their weapons and the way they move, it's perfect for like a corridor fight scene. You know what I'm saying? Because they both got these tremor sticks.
Close quarter.
Yeah, very, very close quarter. Yeah. Yep. But even if they're running on rooftops, still dope.
Yeah, here's where I give the slight edge to Daredevil. So everybody, Cabs brought up his supernatural ability, but that could be easily overcome with just making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
The Punisher is like synonymous for doing that to him.
But there has been an instance. So Daredevil is I don't know if he's still the only one, but he's the first one to make Bullseye miss. Right? And he has made Bullseye miss. So Bullseye was like, "Oh, I got it. Just make noise and he can't fucking use his radar shit." He has done that, and Daredevil still made him miss. So Daredevil is still effective even without his extra senses because of what Stick has told him. Stick didn't teach him to fight with his senses. He taught him to fight as a fully blind man. And what do you call it? Daredevil has went hand to hand with Cap, with Shang-Chi,
Black Panther,
with Iron Fist, with Black Panther, with
remember at one point Iron Fist was Daredevil when he was in prison.
Yeah.
Right? Oh no, when he was in court.
So despite the fact that Nightwing knows more styles, Daredevil has fought just as many styles. But I think that extra edge that Daredevil could truly fight as a blind person, just one-ups, just slightly one-ups what Nightwing can do.
And to counter that, my thing is Nightwing is able to blend all these styles so fluently because of his acrobatic background. I'm not saying Daredevil can't, and he's great at it, but I'm saying when you add in the fact that the way he can move and the fighting styles all complement each other because of the way he can move. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that perfect thing of everything that I do comes out smoother, and when something's smoother, we all know speed kills. So it would be really interesting. Coming from, from a fighter's perspective, we all know speed kills. So when you're able to see how it smoothly, you know what I mean? That's why I would give it to Nightwing.
You see how in fighting games, when people like are about to fight each other, they have that quick little one-liner.
Yeah,
I could imagine Nightwing's one-liner against Daredevil, like, "Sonar, huh? I'm sick of you bats." You know what I'm saying? Like,
he goes,
that
"Listen,
would be yeah.
I'm tired.
I've been doing this bat shit for years, so have at you, bro."
Yep.
You know,
but I'm tired of guys with horns on their helmets. I'm tired of you guys.
But Daredevil will come around like, I'm not that guy. I'm the real guy. I'm the real one.
He,
Yeah, these ears are real, bro. I'm the real one. Yeah.
I can guarantee you, Daredevil will hear that and go, "Bats. Even I can tell my suit's red. I'm a devil."
Exactly. Yeah. Which is what I'm trying to say. I'm the real one, sir. These pointy ears mean a lot more than that other guy. I think it would be funny banter. Yo, but damn. So that's the thing because
the one the podcast said is a good one. You're blind as a bat. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Podcast. That was a good one. Listen, podcast. You're blind as a bat.
Exactly.
Yo,
He
Show.
said it too. Exactly.
Yeah, Show, do you have any input on this fight?
No, to be honest with you, I don't know. Well, I know Daredevil. I know he's blind.
All right, so Daredevil has heightened senses. He can hear your heartbeat. He can see you coming. Like he can use sonar to basically see and know that. Like his agility is crazy. His balance is crazy. And Nightwing is pretty much, because he was in the circus, his agility and his balance and everything's crazy. He learned from Batman. He knows multiple styles of fighting. He's one of the most loved heroes in DC right now. He's a cop.
He is.
You know, so based off of those credentials, what are you thinking?
I think I would give it to Nightwing based on merit. The guy is blind.
Based on merit? No.
This guy is blind, bro. It's like Ray Charles against a fighter. Nah. You're gonna lose. All he has is basically senses, I'm guessing.
Well, all right, hold up. Cap, explain it to him better.
So, Daredevil is blind, but his other senses has been heightened.
Yeah.
So he could smell more than a human. He could taste more than a human. His hearing gives off like a sonar sense. So he could basically pinpoint where things are and what shapes objects are.
Sonar.
So it almost gives him a sight.
He's a fucking shark. Okay.
Well, like a whale type shit with the echolocation or some shit. Yeah.
So he's literally like a bat flying in a dark cave. So he's gonna make a noise to turn around and go, "Oh, there's something in that direction," so I can avoid it. But his thing is heightened to the point where he can almost see essentially what that object is.
Which powers would you like?
And Nightwing is a gold medalist Olympian.
Pretty much.
Which power would you get if you had a chance to get some powers? Would you rather be blind and heighten all your other senses, or be a gold medalist taught by Batman?
Honestly, I'd rather be Nightwing. I like seeing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Now you understand. That's exactly what I don't care how good your sonar is.
That is shows rationale. He's like, yo,
and I completely understand that. I completely understand that one.
Word.
I kind of like. He's like, yo, I kind of like to see shit.
Keep my other senses at normal power and let me see. And let Batman teach me how to fight.
I'll take Daredevil simply because that opens up almost every woman on the planet now. Because now it doesn't matter what you look like. I can't see.
Yeah. So you're gonna end up with Charlotte Flair.
The booty gotta still be right though.
No, wait a minute. Am I only getting Nightwing skills? Because if I look like Nightwing, I'm nailing everything. I mean, it's Nightwing. He's nailed everybody.
Yeah, but you're gonna see.
Yeah, that one.
Harley. To be fair,
Harley.
Let me look this down.
Harley nailed him. To be fair, Harley nailed him.
He didn't really. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Harley got him.
He put up a big fight, did he?
He didn't. No. Because he's Nightwing. He's incredible.
That's another notch on the belt.
I'm gonna be biased here. I'm gonna take the easy route, and I'm gonna go with the heightened powers. If you can see, if you can smell, I think it might be a little easier. But
are you in a fight over there? What's it?
No, bro.
He's using his phone.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm using my phone, bro. I left my laptop at the job like an idiot. Don't worry, new PC coming soon. There will be a PC here before Christmas.
Shit!
Yeah, I will have. Yes, definitely horn that. But no, I'm gonna go Daredevil again. I don't like to be this guy, but I'm gonna go Daredevil simply because of heightened abilities. Yo,
And Nightwing keeps dropping his phone, so he gotta go with Daredevil.
How you gonna be Daredevil? You can barely see your phone. Got it. Oh shit, he broke.
I'm gonna go with Daredevil just because I believe he's been in the shit longer, and if it goes down to the deep waters, like I think he's he's willing to push through that. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I don't know Nightwing as much.
I gotta rock the camera sideways. Do I come out sideways?
Yep.
Yeah.
Red, we could probably flip you though.
Don't worry. I'll flip my camera to see if I can see you straight. Nope.
You're doing too much, but thank you.
Yo, I got one right now. Show versus Brainiac.
Oh shit.
Show
I
all the
would
way.
definitely lose.
Oh,
You
no.
can leave it sideways, bro.
No, show all the way.
No,
You know why, Show? You know why you're gonna win?
You would break Brainiac's.
I can't believe this is an actual human being.
Word.
You would
I'll
break
confuse the shit
Brainiac's
out of him.
code. You would break his
To the
shit.
point like, yo, you win, bro.
Yeah.
Word. I don't want to fight you no
Brainiac
more.
would shut down and delete his processing,
Absolutely.
especially if he heard you
Brainiac
review
would be like-
movies. If he heard
If
you review
Brainiac
movies,
were to
it's
fight
over.
Show, if Brainiac were to fight Show, he'd be like, "I'm done with humankind.
Word.
Delete me.
Fuck it, I'm going to plants.
Delete me.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
killing
I'm
all
gonna
the
study
humans.
plants.
Delete me, bro. If this is what I gotta deal with by taking over this planet, delete me." And again, that's that human randomness that always wins. Okay?
Oh, I think it's intentional with Show.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
one to know
Part of the
one. I
show.
think Show ain't random. That's 100% intentional. That's
Yeah.
planned out. That's that's a higher level of intellect that anyone can ever fathom.
It's
Mhm.
smarter to play the fool.
Show
than to be the
will go up to Brainiac and be like, "Okay, I see that you're smart, but did you know that Spider-Man was a spider?" And Brainiac is just like,
Huh?
"I can't deal with this,"
Yo,
and just shut himself down.
he's gonna be like, "You Donald Trump looking motherfucker. I bet you got motherfuckers out there thinking shit up for you, right? You stupid fuck. That makes you stupid. You gotta read books. What are you, a
It
nerd?
ain't you. You got motherfuckers behind you typing and shit.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think that Show will roast Brainiac so hard that he'll just malfunction.
Yep.
He wouldn't understand what's happening. What is this guy doing? He doesn't seem to be afraid of me, yet he's the aggressor. He's like, I don't understand what's happening. It's just not cute.
Yeah,
You would be like malware. You would be like malware to Brainiac. Yeah, you would be malware to Brainiac. Don't stop being beautiful, Show, for real. Don't stop.
Show be like,
I
I got a
think I will.
computer at home too, motherfucker. You don't scare me.
Like, you don't know what I go through on a day-to-day basis. You think your job is easy, bitch? You think your job is hard? Like, you don't know what I go through,
Try
bro.
thinking.
I gotta deal with
Word.
I gotta deal with the Bronx. I mean, that's unfair. Anybody comes from the Bronx, you just automatically give them the win because they seen some shit. I'm
Word.
not saying you know.
Yeah, I've dealt with some shit.
Word.
Bronx is in the building.
All right, so yo,
You are from the Bronx, right? You are from the Bronx, right, Show?
I am, unfortunately.
Okay. No,
What do you mean,
don't say
unfortunately?
that.
Which
The-
I
the-
said,
the
wait,
I was waiting for that
The
part.
Bronx builds character.
I
It builds
survived it,
character.
Nah,
bro.
man, this is the place to be.
bro, that's like being from Hades, bro. It's like you survive it, you proud to be from there, but you don't really want to be there.
But you
Say
got a
that
bunch
shit
of
to my
third degree
father.
burns on your body.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up, time out. Haiti?
Bro, the Bronx,
Hades.
it's just
Hades like hell.
like hell, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like waking up at
Yeah.
3 in the morning
Hades.
from gunshots. Hell, that was a normal daily basis for me in the projects.
ain't nothing
Yeah,
could
Bill-
wake you up
Bill's
better than
character.
gunshots.
Word.
My alarm don't wake me up,
To
but
be
pop.
For no fucking reason. Damn.
Here's the thing about gunshots. Gunshots are always exclusively going to be more effective than an alarm. It's just you can't predict when the gunshots happen. So
Yep.
you're either waking up at 6 in the morning or 2. You know,
Or 2.
that's what it is.
Not unless you get on the good side of the crackhead and just let them know, like, yo, around this time, 2 shots in the air.
That's it. Yeah.
See,
Well, yeah, but the crackheads don't shoot; they shoot drugs.
Yo,
and the
They'll do
crackhead is
anything.
gonna sell that gun that you
They'll
gave
do
him.
anything for $5, bro. They'll do anything for $5.
They
Yo.
definitely won't have a gun.
You
Let me
want-
get $5 for this gun?
You want somebody to watch your car? Yo, I got $5 for you. Make sure nobody touch my shit. That shit will be clean.
Oh,
Mhm.
Like, where you got the
they'll
soap
make
from?
sure
Don't worry
nobody
about it.
touches that shit.
Can
They'll
I
take
smoke
the
crack in
scratches
it?
out of
Yeah.
that shit.
It's a funny little story. The first time I ever got my hair dyed, I dyed it blonde. We have a cousin who lives and works down in the South Bronx. She has a hair salon. So my mom took me down there to her shop. As we got off the train and we're walking, my mother is literally, because she's born and raised in Brook Ave, down in the South Bronx. So she's fucking made tough. As we're walking to
Tough as
the
nails.
salon,
Oh, yeah.
she's literally pointing out to me who to avoid, who's a crackhead, who will kill a man for $5,
Who's a
who
whore?
would do this. Yo,
Yeah.
I got like a fucking education in the streets from my mom in the 4 blocks it took from the train station to the fucking beauty parlor.
Yep.
You know what's crazy,
Hey,
Cap?
God bless her, man.
It's funny. I don't know your mother, but I know you're telling the truth because fucking Toe has been telling me the same story
Yep.
for years.
Yep.
My mother used to point out a whore.
Yep.
Don't
Like-
bring that lady to my
Yeah,
house.
she's like, you see that bitch right there? That's a whore. And the nigga be looking at her,
Yo.
and he be like, yo, I mean, it's true.
Yo, so
One
here's
time,
another-
real quick, Cap. One time, she went there to get her hair done by herself, and she came back with a nice ass watch. I'm like, where you got this shit from? He goes, these 2 guys were fighting, so he handed me his watch. I just went home with it. He's like, yeah, hold my watch. She said, all right, and she went home, and now I
I'll be back.
had a dope ass watch.
Yeah, that's the story I
The
was gonna
most,
tell.
listen,
That's
the
the
most
Bronx.
opportunistic people come from the Bronx. You gotta, when an opportunity brings itself up in the Bronx, you gotta go for it, bro.
Yeah.
You just have to. You
Yeah,
have
the
to.
block that we grew up on, where we were born, we had 2 people that were living across the street arguing amongst themselves, but they were mad loud. So we're sitting outside. My mom grabs a chair, sets it up on the stoop, and is just staring in the window of that apartment.
Yeah.
And the lady looks down. The lady looks down and was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And my mom was like, "Well, if you're dumb enough to put your shit in the street, I'm gonna watch it, bitch."
Word.
Yeah. And she
It's,
dead ass was like, yo, you right, and
It has
close the
become
window.
public.
Yeah. This is now public information.
Word. If I can
Absolutely
hear it,
correct.
it's mine.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That is
What an awesome
It's
lady.
funny. It's funny, ironic. My cousin Brolex. I did the same thing with him. He was walking. I was like, yo, don't go down that street. Don't talk to that dude. Be careful over here. And it's like you kind of have to do it. You know, I was telling them, John, that I did that with Brolex. Like I'm walking around the hood and I'm like, don't go there. Avoid that place. Don't talk to them. Never stand on that corner. Nothing good's gonna come of it. You know what I'm saying? And he picked it up way better than I did.
Yeah,
I went to those corners like an idiot.
As we were saying with some of these fights, man, sometimes I'd say like a good 7 out of 10 times, street smarts is way better to have than book smarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one thing I always had. I might have not been the toughest. I might have not been the craziest. I'm not gonna kill you, but I'll show slick as a motherfucker.
Book smarts. The thing is, book smarts helps you excel. Street smarts helps you survive.
That's right.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
best way to put
Here
it.
comes
Yeah.
this motherfucker. He look weird as fuck. I'm going the other way. Pew!
Yo,
You
I've
notice-
been this lady.
You know,
You
I
notice
was
Captain-
I was talking to somebody. I was talking to somebody about that. Like, you know, I could have my AirPods on, and if I see a suspicious character, I'm taking one of them shits off. I don't care how good the song is. You know what I'm saying? I see, yo, bro, and I do this so much. I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the morning. If you walk, like if I'm walking this way and you're walking this way, once you go that way, I'm gonna give a little quick
Yeah.
peripheral look. I'm not looking back at you, but I'm gonna make
The
I'm
reflection.
making it pretend that I'm looking at the side of me to the right.
Yeah.
But that peripheral looking at you, homie. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And like
The
Absolutely.
reflections
like,
on
all
the
the time,
cars,
no
on
matter-
the
Word.
windows, all that
Everything.
shit.
Stick
Look,
my hand in the
if-
pocket
if-
like I got a gun.
You feel somebody walking behind you
Look.
through the hole. You go,
Yeah.
If
You
you,
know what I'm
see
saying?
someone, if you walk, let's say you walk into an elevator with 4 people, and 1, 2, 3 people grab a corner, and there's a corner left, but that one person gets dead in the middle of the elevator. That person wasn't raised right.
Yeah,
If there's
he's
one
Hail
thing
Hydra.
that you learn from the hood, grab a corner, bro. Always grab a corner. There was a
No one's gonna
there
get
was a,
behind
you
your
know,
ass.
no one's, and there was a, you know, when I first got here to Miami, my big brother took me everywhere he took me to all the party spots mostly, and there was one strip club in Hialeah, Florida.
Oh
Called
shit.
it's called PT's for short, but it used to be Platinum Plus. My brother was like, yo, listen, if you ever find yourself here, grab a corner. The music is great, the women look great, but grab a corner because you never know when shit gets the fan. And I was like, sir, I've been training for this day all my life. Because you know what I mean? Like, grab a corner, watch your surroundings, always peep the peripherals, man. There's not one day that goes by that I don't see a suspicious character, and I'm just like, and it turns out they're probably not that suspicious. It's just my, my
senses.
intuition, I guess, or whatever. My paranoia, I guess, is the word. But I'm peeping everybody.
They're
I need to
suspicious
make
until
sure that you're
proven
not
otherwise.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
need to prove you're not a suspicious character before I find out the hard way.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
like when I get in
And I'm gonna make it
elevator.
go.
I mean, I get into a train. I'm scanning everybody.
Man,
On the
you
other side of the
Toto.
train,
You scanning everybody at
yo,
the church.
This is true. Like, nah. I'll be honest with you. I gotta know where everybody's at, because you know somebody moved too
Right.
fast. Now it's like, yo, now I
Hell
gotta.
yeah.
Where the fuck you going? Who you with? Who you know? Like, what you
Who I'm
ate for
hitting
dinner?
first.
Yeah, what you ate? No, I know who I'm hitting first. I know exactly who I'm hitting first.
Always the old
The
lady.
pastor.
No, yo, there was one time I'm on a train and this dude just stood up, and like he's standing, but like in my direction. And in my head, I was like, all right, he's probably gonna use his shit and try to kick me, but I'm punching him dead in the face, and I'm gonna choke out his borders behind him, because I know this is a 2-wave attack. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Nah,
He's just getting off the train.
you're
Poor
going,
guys.
you're going down with me. One of y'all niggas is going down minimum.
Yo,
Minimum.
To's gonna chuck somebody, the wrong person, one of these days. I was just giving you your wallet back, mister. I don't give a fuck. Don't be getting up on me like that. Yo,
Next time, don't be wearing all red. 'Cause I thought you was Daredevil, nigga. I thought you was coming.
Oh,
I thought you was coming.
Yep.
I thought, no. It's funny. Like, I say that shit all the time. Like, you know, we have hood ninjas, bro. There's a lot of these games that we used to play. I saw this shit on the Instagram one time, but I've been saying this shit my whole life. A lot of games that we played as kids have prepared us for this kind of shit. Yo, Punch Buggy has given us reflexes untapped and unrivaled and unmatched by anybody else. The minute you see that fucking bug pass by, Punch Buggy, you was gonna get splat. You was gonna get fucked. Bro, as soon as you saw that shit, yo, Punch Buggy.
Punch Buggy, no punch
shit
back.
does? You know what that shit does to your reaction time when you see shit? Like, if I see the other day, I had an item on my table and I hit the table a little bit. That item fell. I said, caught it.
Like a fucking.
Quick. I was actually surprised that I caught it, and I tribute that to the kind of shit that I was doing as a little kid, where awareness was everything. Back when we was kids, you needed to be aware of everything, because a motherfucker would trip you. Now you're falling all over the place. You see a Punch Buggy, boom, open chest. Yo, motherfuckers, they wouldn't even give you a handshake. A motherfucker, that's so unfair. I think open chest can only work after 30 minutes of us hanging out together, bro.
Yeah.
Because if we walk into each other, right? Like, to meet up, and the first thing says open chest and punch me in my chest, bro, that's not fair. Like, you need to give me a good 10, 15 minutes to assess the situation, and then I will start protecting my chest. You feel me? So a lot of that kind of shit that we did, bro, and I don't mean to rant too long, but you know, a lot of us grew up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
In the late '90s, we had a real scary time with the Bloods and the
Yep.
Crips, where
You
Bloods
couldn't
was
wear
just
red.
walking around slicing
Slicing
everybody.
people's face, bro.
Buck 50s everywhere. My big brother, his best friend in New York, caught a buck 50 right here. The doctor said 3 centimeters lower, they hit an artery. He's gone on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So there was one time we were leaving the 6th grade, and the situation with the Bloods and the Crips was so bad that if you were wearing a red, Krills will tell you this story all the time. If
Oh,
you
we
were
all know
wearing
the
a
story.
red shirt, they wouldn't let you leave, right? So whatever, me and my friends, luckily enough, we did not have a red shirt. So we were walking home. We were right here. We were right there on 164 on the corner of 164 and Amsterdam. You walk down is Edgecombe, and right there is IS 164 Stitt, which is the junior high school that I went to. So we walking up, right before the church block where the post office is in front of it, right? You know that church right there, where the post office 164, 165. So there was 2 guys behind us, right? And they were just blood as fuck, talking about, yo, man, we gonna fuck up everybody. We gonna blah, 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 blah. We was like in the 6th grade. We 11 years old, 12 years old, walking home dolo. So I am petrified at this point. I am nervous. So it's me, my boy Ed, my boy Fern, and my other boy Jose. So I do quick thinking. I go to my boy Ed on his shoulder, tag, you're it. And everybody knew the vibes. Everybody knew what was going on. And we booked it to Broadway, son. We was in Broadway in 5 seconds, bro. It's funny. We ran by. It's funny. Every time we used to walk by the church, you know, your parents always tell you to do a little. Ain't none of that this time. We, boom. And by the time we got to Broadway, well, they're like, yo, good thinking, cause yo, bro, it was scary back then. It was scary back then when that Blood scripture.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the random.
No, it's all
story,
good.
but it worked
bro.
in the context.
Yeah, here's a pro tip. Pro tip: whether you're walking or driving, if you think someone's following you, make your pattern erratic. Start turning different places where you're not intending to go, because nobody but you should be doing that. And if they are doing that with you, they're following you. Go somewhere brightly lit with a whole bunch of people.
You know what's funny? There are a couple times I'm walk home. There'll be people behind me, and I'm like, yo, they behind me too long. And I put my phone in my hand, and whenever I get like 2-3 blocks away from the house, because I know Cap's always home, I look, I do this. Like, all right, they're not there. But if they were still there, I'd have called Cap like, come outside real quick. And now there goes the trap. All right, motherfucker, what's good?
Bring
and
the nunchucks.
They might be going to my next door neighbor house, but you made it this far. You getting fucked up.
My
you know
man Cap is jumping.
With
my man
the
Cap is
nunchucks.
jumping out the window and doing a superhero landing like Black Widow. Like, my man is
with the
just
shit
ready
behind
for
it.
action.
My niece can't take that. I can't do that no more.
No, I'm telling you, a lot of people call me paranoid. Call me paranoid for that kind of shit. Like, bruh, like, you don't understand. You see New York now, and they legalize weed and all of that shit, and it's all happy times. Yo, yo, bro, early 90s New York was not a nice place, bro. Like, my mom didn't even like letting me rollerblade up and down the hallway because shit was so bad back in the day. You know, the only reason I started walking home alone is because I was like, 11, 12 years old, and I'm in junior high, and you down the block, like, fam, get your ass home. I'm working, you know what I mean? So, but like, man, it was a scary time, especially that Blood and Crip shit and King shit, like Nieta, Zulu, there was so much gangs around us.
Yo, yesterday I walked home from 207th Street. I walked down Fordham to where I live, and everybody was looking at my chain. Every single person was looking, and I already had
your shit out.
Bro,
your shit in your shirt.
First off, fuck that. But
you see?
Nah,
you ain't from the Bronx.
Nah, nigga, I'm
chuck your shit in.
I'm too Bronx, nigga. At one point, I wanted niggas to come at me. Like that was the problem I had. That's why I couldn't go nowhere.
I'm gonna unlock it for you, bitch. What's up?
Yo, I gave a dude a glass bottle so he could fuck with me, and he didn't want no smoke. But
with it.
Yeah, it's like you better hope you do something with this shit.
Matter of fact, I hit myself.
Yeah, like there was nothing up here to fuck up. So what you gonna do? But anyway, like instantly in my head, I was like, yo, I know they're gonna go grab for it. So now I gotta do the whole little fucking block. Cause when you hit your boy, you always wanted to get that last hit. So you learn how to block the niggas hit. So I gotta do the little jujitsu roll. And then boom, next thing you know, my man got a broken arm and his neck is next. You know what I'm saying? But
So
Is-
there
is
was
you got a
time.
spider monkey motherfuckers out here.
There was one time we were walking out of, and I'll let you go again. I'll let you go after that. My bad. There was one time we were walking out. It's again junior high school. I was in the 6th grade. Yo, man, a lot of shit went down in the 6th, 7th grade in IS 164. I mean, the hood was right there. A lot of motherfuckers went to IS 90, just fucking skipping to school, and I'm over here going into the war zone every day. And my parents like, "Hey, you got this, man. Walk alone.
Mhm.
Your clothes is cheap anyways, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna fucking fuck with you." But
Yeah,
anyways,
right.
there was one time, right? We was walking home, and this was when the North Face bubbles were in, and we were walking home, and one of my boys, some two dudes pulled up to him, and they gave him handshakes. They were like, "Yo, what's up? What's up?" And so we kept walking. I thought that was just his friend. So we walking, and we walking a little too far. This friend of ours ain't behind us no more. So I look back and I see my boy taking off his jacket and giving it to these people. And I saw a sharp object in his hand. It was a knife. I'm not 21 Savage. I didn't know at the time that it was a knife. You know what I'm saying? So my man comes up and he finally catches up to us. And I'm like, "Yo, what happened? What's your jacket?" We're like, "Yo, these guys just stole my jacket." And I was like, what? They gave you a handshake. I thought those was your peoples. They was like, "Nah." He was like, "Yo, where the fuck was y'all?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Nigga, they had a knife.
They had a knife. They both looked like they were 27 years old. What did you want me to do? You wanted me to jump? You wanted me to give him? You wanted me to give him this old Columbia jacket from like 16 years ago? You want this nigga to give up his triple fat goose?
You want
His-
all of us to be
mama-
naked?
like, bruh, like, my bad, son. And again, I'm not trying to say, I was 11. Clearly, I'm a pussy. But like, even at 36 years old,
There you
I
go.
might think of the situation a little bit. I'm like, yo, hold on. Like, and again, it was that kind of shit would it just all that kind of shit would happen so fast back in the day. You didn't have really time to think about it. So I mean, he didn't stay mad at us. Clearly, we were all 11 years old and humongous pussies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe nowadays I'd be like, yo, what's going on here, bro? But that shit would happen
Get your
all
ass
the time, and
out.
it's like, now like because of that paranoia, I look around at everything. So I know when someone's looking at me weird. I know when someone's in my face. I know when I'm not trying to say that I 100% all the time, but you can kind of tell when a motherfucker's plotting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yep.
And it's hard. Like, and look, you hear about it all the time. All these fucking, kids missing, all these women missing, and it's like, a lot of people weren't raised the way that we were. Like, if I don't give a fuck if it's again 1 in the afternoon or 1 in the night. If it's an empty parking lot and I'm walking to my car, my man, I'm taking my keys and doing this old school shit.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
doing this. Y'all, you know what I mean? I still do that shit with my keys, bro. I still, if I know that it's a little suspect, I'm doing this.
But
I'm taking on something.
You know what the crazy shit is? Sometimes, like, the reason why I didn't put my chain away, because I thought about it, sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought about putting it away. The reason why I didn't, and sometimes I won't do shit, is because of that little bit of, if someone notices I put my chain away, he's weak. Now we'll go get him.
Yeah.
Now we'll go get him.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you never, if you didn't put your chain away before, don't do it in front of him. Just prepare to defend.
Yeah.
So you want to act like you got a gun? Come get my chain.
No, the last thing you want to do is act like you have something you can't produce.
Yeah.
Because if they call you on it,
That's me though.
That might, and you know what? It might also get you into a funny situation where these people weren't thinking of anything, but the fact that you walk by and then do this.
Yeah.
This
Now-
nigga
now
think.
You really
Now
think
they're
it's something?
offended.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
Now
what?
they're
Let's
offended.
grab this shit then.
Yeah, now they're offended. Yeah, they're like, well, what is that? What is that old saying? I'd rather be blamed for something I did that I didn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
True.
And I've seen it so many times where you see somebody like walking indictment. And it'll be like some dude, and he has like a nice size change, right? And he's passing by. There's like a liquor store there where there's always people there. They're always outside, no matter what. They're out there, bro. See a man do the 2 blocks down. They're jumping him because they were like, "Yo, we were just drinking and having a good time, and now you disrespected us because you was calling us thieves, right?
Like tucking your purse.
Yeah, you calling us thieves." He goes, "All right,
And
cool.
sometimes-
Now we're thieves. Now we got to get you now." So you just sit back and go.
And listen, to
"That
be
was
honest,
unnecessary."
if you're in a suspicious block, you can diffuse situations by acknowledging these motherfuckers.
Yeah, a little
too.
head nod.
Like
A little
don't
head nod goes a
don't
long way.
sleep. A little head nod. Not too much. Not too much. You're gonna be like,
You
hey,
do
what's up, man? Now you know what I'm saying.
You do the little. What's going on?
I've done that.
What's up?
That was my way of getting by.
I do that a lot.
I've done that plenty
What's up, fellas?
times. I've done that plenty times. What's up,
And
fellas?
it's not-
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Well,
it's acknowledgement, and it's true what you're saying, Tags. But sometimes not showing the fear is what's gonna save you. Kind of like a dog. A dog smells the fears. There's a bunch of animals in the hood. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of dogs everywhere, and I'm talking about real people that just act like animals. So a little, what's up, fellas? A little acknowledgement. It does go a long way. You're not trying to do too much and give everybody a pound on this block that you don't know, dudes, because now you look sus.
Like, who's this
Now you
nigga?
look like an undercover cop.
You trying to rob me too?
Yeah, but
Like I work in the projects.
every time if I'm going into a smoke shop, and there's 6 thug block dudes, drug dealers all over the. What's up, fella? Boom, just go right in. You acknowledge, and it's a weird sign of respect in the hood that might just save you from getting your ass beat.
Yeah, it's funny. I work in the projects, right? And same thing. First day I was walking by there, everybody's just chilling, and I just own some. And the guys, and now I know most of them. You know what I mean?
Now they see you. Now they see you.
Yeah, they see me all the time now, and they know 2 things. One, good 90% of your kids go to the program that I'm the security guard in. So my intentions are nothing but good for those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 2, I don't go out there. I don't pick fights. I don't, but I've had times where dudes, and I'm like, well, I guess we got to dance, son. I guess we got to do this.
Yeah.
And dudes out there be like, yo, man, nah, man, that dude ain't like that. He does his job and goes home, bro. Leave that cat alone. I'm like, I appreciate that very much, but if I got to dance with this dude, then we're doing it. And I've had 2 fights diffused that I was going to get in a fight because of somebody else. Like, my man, that dude, that's not what that dude does, man. Dude does his job and he goes home. Leave that man alone. I'm like, I appreciate that. I really do. But if he wants to dance, we'll dance right now. I got no problem with that. And he goes, this is why I do this.
And that all comes from your acknowledgement of these dudes. You know
Just
what I'm
also,
saying? Quick head nod will get you out of a lot of
It's
trouble,
funny.
bro.
And that one head nod has led to more drink offers than I've ever had in my life. Just leaving there like, yo, man, got some Henny, we got some beer. I'm like, I appreciate it, dude, man. I got to get home. He goes, yo, you ever want to chill? I'm like, I really appreciate it.
You can't,
But,
don't say,
all you took was,
one of those days you're going to have to take a drink, though, because they
no,
ain't going to get mad about offering it. You say no.
I am definitely going to, one of the things going to be like, yo, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll have a beer or something, chill for a little bit.
Let's get a drink.
But
so what are you into, bro? And I could imagine this conversation. You having drinks. Yo, so what's up, man? We see you every day. What are you into? Oh, I like the Punisher.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
I'm into murdering people.
I trained MMA. I'm doing more time now.
Trained to murder.
Like I literally anything that is absolutely psychotic and bloody, 9 out of 10. I'm with it.
Do you know who Spawn is?
Yeah. Yeah. Spawn is an idol of mine.
Does he have a gun? That's what the hood niggas say.
No, but it really just took one head nod to like a group of cats, and I am not aware, but it's not like over heightened because I'm like, them dudes is always there drinking. That's what they do. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like when I see somebody I don't recognize, that's when I'm like, and even they'll be on something like that. You know that cat? I have no idea who that is. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. I saw a video on Instagram that said how guys become friends, and it's just 2 guys walking in opposite directions through their block every day at the same time, and head nod.
Yep.
And then head nod, and then yo, what's up?
Yep.
And then yo, what you doing tonight? And then bam. So it's funny. There were in my last neighborhood, at my last job, I used to walk to the front, and I used to take the bus at like 7:30. At that time, there was a guy that was coming back from work, and I could tell he had a security gig. I could tell he had black cargo pants, black collared shirt. My man had the flashlight, so I know what he was doing. Funny, kind of looks like you, Lair, which is hilarious. I always said, yo, that's Lair right here. So it would always, yo, to the point where my little neighborhood in Florida had like a store in the back. So one day it was his day off, it was my day off, and we both end up in the store, and we both in the back buying beer. So we both bought our beers, and we're talking and shit, and right in front of the store, I'm like, yo, fam, you want to crack one right quick? And he's like, yeah. So we cracked one. We started talking. He told me what he does. I told him what he does. I haven't seen him anymore. I moved that from that neighborhood. But that in the morning, that head now became a, yo, what up? Yo, how was work? Yo, nah, I'm on my way. Yo, the bus. Yo, bro, I see the bus right here. Yo, you got to run and go get it. So it's funny.
It's a
that
good
head nod
conversation.
will take you, yeah, that head nod will take you a long way. Could create a friendship that you never even know you wanted.
Word.
Bro, I worked in the most dangerous projects for 3 years.
My
And
man,
the Polo Grounds, I don't know if y'all heard of them. And
yes.
Of course.
that head nod kept me. Matter of fact, that head nod got me protected, bro. It was times I would come in, the head nod, yo, what's up? Yo, Yuppie, you can't go. Don't come in here, bro. Not right now.
Yo, you
I-
no.
Yo, my hand truck. They already knew what it meant. Not right now, dog. Whatever they was doing in the building, I ain't want to find out. I used to go. I'll be back later. Yo, I think the cops was playing with me. They was talking to me. Yo, these two crackheads came out of nowhere. Yo, what you doing to my peoples? Yo, they started arguing with the cops. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yo, you want me to call your boss? They gonna arrest you? Nah, I'm good. They always protected me. They never had a problem with me. If they had an issue, they would tell me, yo, something is about to go down. You might not want to be here. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. They kept me safe.
You presidential when the crackheads start looking out for you.
Bro, that shit amazed me.
If you have made such an impact in a crackhead's life that they actually remember you,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The block fucked with you at that
The
point.
block fucked with me. I appreciate that little head nod. That's all it took.
Yeah.
What's up,
I'm telling y'all.
fellas? That's it.
People listening now, you're gonna go into a rough neighborhood. Don't cower. Don't do too much, but don't cower. Acknowledge the dudes on the stoop. Acknowledge the dudes in the corner. They cause they gonna be looking. They know you're not from there. So that's the thing. They have that tactical advantage. They know you're not from there. You necessarily don't know if they're from there or not. They could just be there for the day. They could be from another block chilling with their homies. You don't know anything about the situation, but they know everything about you. They know that you're not from there. That's all they need. And from that goes to a full body scan and analysis of your gestures, how you walking, what you got on you.
And
a
looking
quick,
at me.
You got arthritis in your
is
left
this?
knee.
and
It's funny.
a quick. What's up, fellas? We'll get you out of so much problem.
What's that old saying? Act like you've been there.
Yep.
You know?
Word, that's the
Act
trick.
like you've been there, act like you belong.
Word.
Like you've been in other hoods.
Act
and you've
normal.
walked through other neighborhoods, you know? Because the moment you flinch or something, they go, yep, there it is. That's a victim right there. That's going to be a victim right away. You know what I'm saying? It's blood in the water, son. You might as well just get your hands up and get ready to scrap. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best part of growing up in New York and like in the Bronx specifically, is because that lesson goes for anything. If you show up at a fancy dinner party for some reason, take that same lesson. Act like you've been there.
Absolutely.
Don't show the signs of weakness to them, to whoever the other people are, and you're gonna be fucking fine no matter what situation you're in.
Yep. Is that when in Rome? You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
you know what I mean? I've done exactly what Kevin said. I've walked through neighborhoods that I know for a fact were not good ones. But since I grew up in one neighborhood that's not great, I know how the other bad neighborhood is. So it's like, yo, walk with your head held high, but not to the point where you're looking like a cocksucker. You know, like you're the shit. You know what I mean? Just
cocky
make them
motherfucker.
understand that you're a man, you're proud of who you are, and you know who you are.
Yep.
And you know where you are.
You don't know what I
You
got
I'm
on
not
me.
bringing.
You know
Yeah.
that I've been around a place like this before.
Yeah.
I grew up in a place like this, so
Yeah.
I know how to act accordingly.
You got to be on some.
Like I
I'm
said,
just walking through. I'm not here for
Exactly, like I said,
problems.
be proud, but don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
And your
sometimes
walk,
some people walk around on some.
says
You're
a
like,
lot.
you're some like, my man.
Exactly.
Why you acting like you better, bro? Just walk like the next man in front of you. You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be a dick, because that will get you fucked up faster than anything else.
Keep a steady pace.
Yes.
You don't want to walk too fast. You don't want to walk too slow. You don't want to flail your arms too much. You want to flare your arms a little bit. I'm telling you, it's a whole vibe. It's crazy. You know, these dudes are in the corners all day long. Yo, bro, these guys read everything. It's funny. It reminds me of that little kid in the Bronx, man. That sad story a couple years back that he got like all stabbed up in front of the grocery store.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
What was his name? Junior.
Rest in
I'm gonna
peace,
tell
man.
you right now. If there was a couple street dudes in front of that store, that don't happen to Junior. It just so happened to be the day that you ain't have a bunch of hood dudes in front of the store, because if they were in front of that store and they see this kid Junior every day going in and out, that don't happen. There's been plenty of times that I've seen beef happen where dudes just pull up to a block looking for a certain person, and Jesus is like, no. That's not gonna happen while we're here. You can go ahead, you can leave now. If you want to catch this guy somewhere else, we won't be there, but it's not gonna happen here on our block. These guys study everything. They stand in front of the store every day. They see movement, they know who's who. So it's like, if you're not from there, they're gonna notice that. It's very easy to notice that, in fact. And if you have the wrong posture, if you have the wrong behavior, if you don't acknowledge and you don't respect the fact that you're somewhere else that you're not usually at, shit could be bad. I can't believe we had a whole 20-minute convo.
No, but it's funny because that store or the people in front of that building or whatever, they go, yo, I see this cat every day, and I know for a fact I see him go to work.
About nothing.
I see that kid go to school. I see him come back. You know what I'm saying? He may chill out here for a little bit, but he's never consistent like us. You know what I mean? Like, but all I know is that kid has never done anything wrong from what I see, and you're not gonna do anything wrong while I'm here because he's a good kid, or that's a good dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all got knives?
People can see that consistency.
I'm telling you,
that consistent politeness. They see it. They're like, yo, this dude is not about that. So, fellas, not tonight. Not today.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. There's a couple hood dudes. There's a couple hood dudes in front of that store. Junior still be alive today.
Absolutely,
my little brother.
Absolutely correct. They be on some like,
Junior. Y'all looking for Junior? No, get out of here. Yeah.
My little brother, Junior. Chink clink.
Yep.
Which one of y'all fools looking for Junior?
And then they'll take out the shoe plinks right quick, bro. Because you don't know what these motherfuckers is holding under that fucking North Face.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
What?
You think we out here unprepared? We stand here every day. Clink, 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 clink.
Motherfuckers, I just want to know where to buy Lucy's. Man,
not here, motherfucker. Go to Jersey.
Yeah.
Wrong Junior.
This motherfucker flew out of a remote. He's got a drone flying overhead.
Yo, I have heard of that. I've heard of motherfuckers like viewing everything via drones, and I'm like, man, that sounds very costly and shit.
But it's like that dude on the roof with the pigeons. Like, yo, niggas here.
I never understood that. That pigeon cost shit.
It's just a signal.
Just if the pigeons are flying, it's a signal.
Yep.
So
we gotta go.
Police come and get rid of your shit.
People in that complex or wherever it is, they know how the pigeons act. So if the pigeons start acting erratically, something's wrong.
Gotcha.
That's the most
crazy.
New York shit I've ever heard of.
Word, pigeons always acting erratic.
Bro, if the pigeons are acting funny, shit is
going down.
You can tell that to anybody who's not from New York. He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what a pigeon acts
and
like?
what the fuck is a pigeon?
if you live if you lived here, you would know. You know what?
You would completely understand that.
One time I'm walking up. I used to live on 164 Fort Wash. I'm walking from 164 to Fort Wash to Broadway. I see some dude in front of me, and he has, I can't really tell. It looked like a trapo, the stick with a shirt at the end that your mother used to fucking,
mop the floor.
It looked like that, and he's like holding it behind him. And again, my hood instincts kicked in. I'm like, this man is up to no good.
Word.
And he's walking, and there's like a bunch of pigeons in the corner eating, rice. People always feeding the pigeons. So my man's just casually walking through. He takes this shit like Ash Ketchum and just goes, wham! And just,
God dinner.
my man, Din, my man get out of there with like 15 pigeons. And I'm like, yo, what are you planning to do with these guys? Are you gonna eat them? Are you gonna fucking send messages to people? What are you doing with these pigeons?
Gonna put them in the bird cage.
My man, I'm pretty sure he ate those pigeons. Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm not proud of this. I have eaten pigeon before. Not
How
by
was
choice. It
How do you
tastes
eat
like
something not by choice?
Word.
They got him.
They tied
He
his
did-
ass
the
up.
one time
in
he didn't do
hood.
the head nod.
They got me.
Word. That
No,
guy
yeah,
with the
they
stick
got
tied
me.
his ass up. That's what he did with the pigeons.
It was
Eat this shit.
it tasted like, imagine pepperoni, but in
Chicken form.
what is the fuck? No, pepper. What is that? But in beef jerky form. It tasted like pepperoni beef jerky. That's what it tasted like.
What kind of shit is? Yo, this pigeon.
Yeah.
First bird that
It
doesn't
was-
taste good like chicken.
Yo,
It
I've
was
eaten
not.
alligator,
It
so I
was
mean-
not. It was like sour. It was a weird fucking taste, bro. It was gross.
Oh,
It was
no,
gross.
then you just didn't have it cooked correctly. Then.
Word. Somebody ain't. I thought all birds tasted
Maybe.
kind of similar, at least.
I mean, the fact that you guys are, being nice to pigeons and thinking that somehow they may taste good. I don't know, but it was a weird taste, and I
No,
just didn't.
first
like
off,
it.
I know for a fact that a pigeon straight up is not gonna taste good because it's eating shit off of New York City streets.
Exactly.
Their diet is not fucking good. But a good cook can prepare anything and make it edible. So if
Hell
you didn't
yeah.
like the
I
taste
guess,
of it,
yeah.
that's the cook's fault.
I mean, I mean, yeah, I'll try a deep fried rat. If you,
Nah,
if you,
hold
you know.
on. We've been eating that for years at the
Okay,
Chicken
Chinos.
wings,
all
yeah.
right,
Good rat
Word.
burger.
Yeah, well,
Word.
Rat burger.
okay, then
You
I
see
guess
any
as long
cows?
as you prepare it correctly.
So you don't see any cows, do you? No. What's the burger made out of? Rata. Oh, rat.
The best burger I
He
had in
finished
years.
Word.
He's over here.
If
finishing that
if
beer.
that's the case, and I only have these stupid little pills to eat, and I go down under, and they got rat burgers, well, you got ketchup. You
Bro.
know what I mean? Like,
You've had General Toast chicken. You good?
Yeah, I might be born and raised from the Bronx, but I am way too bougie to eat bullshit food. I'd give me the ketchup. I'll put it on the pill and just eat the fucking pill with ketchup.
Jesus Christ.
No,
That's
yeah.
the Puerto
Cap-
Rican
Cap-
in you. Like,
Cap-
give me the ketchup.
Cap has a weird taste. Like he'll eat chicken breast, but not the thigh.
Oh, that's the best part.
Yeah, like
That breast is
think
dry as fuck.
What is it? The bones you don't like or some shit?
No,
the
so
fat.
Here's the thing. Whenever I eat protein, it's gotta be, if I'm gonna eat it, it's gotta be 100% the fucking meat. I don't want nothing else in there. Like, I don't even like steak. I know steak with marbleization in it is better because it comes out softer and tender and all that shit.
Mhm.
I don't like no marbling in my fucking steak.
You
Give
just
me
want
Oh,
some-
the consistency is
fucking
what,
meat,
like
100%.
the fat is shit is what
Yeah.
bothers you. I get it.
Like,
Okay.
I'll add
Don't
my
get me
own
wrong.
shit to make it
On
tender.
a well prepared steak, I'll eat that fat, bro. I ain't even
Oh,
gonna
the
lie.
fat is
On
the
a
best part.
well-prepared steak, bro.
Yeah, that's what gives it the flavor.
Dude, like a week
Yeah.
ago, Totex cooked a ribeye for himself and a New York strip for me. And I trimmed all the fucking fat parts off. gave it to him, and just ate the fucking steak.
Damn. Apollo be eating good
I
around
No,
fucking-
no,
your
no, no,
ass.
no. Apollo don't
I
eat
take,
shit.
look, check this out. I take a piece of steak, I take the fat, and I put another piece of steak under it and have the best sandwich.
Yo, for
ever.
real.
But no,
And cook it in fat.
that's no. So back in the day, it's not that I don't know if you guys all remember, but Caporal chicken on right there. On
Oh,
157,
cracked chicken? Come on, bro.
Yeah. So we used to go eat that Caporal all the time. There was a dude on the block that he would be like, "Yo, you guys going to Caporal? Can you get something for me?" We were like, "Yeah, of course, we got you." So Caporal came with 3 pieces of chicken. Sometimes you were fortunate enough to get 4, and French fries. So this guy would buy like an extra. He would buy like 8 pieces of
Damn.
chicken and fries. And you want to know what he would do? He would only take a first bite, or maybe 2 or 3 bites of each piece, and just throw away mad chicken because he didn't want to, bite into no veins or bite into no bones. What's that kid's name, lad? Jerry? No, it wasn't.
Who I can't.
My man Lay is like,
I'm remembering seeing, but I can't.
Big.
get his
It
name.
was big. I think it was big. He was like a chunky dude.
Is it big food?
What
forget
block
his
did
name,
he
but
live
anyway.
on?
he said big food.
It was on 6th. It was on 6th. He was one of. He didn't always come out, but he was your boy. He was chunky. He would always throw the baseball with us. Not
Yeah, he just
Jerry.
threw it on you. He was like, "Yo,
Heckle?
it's your boy."
Or Cesar?
No,
Cesar or
it
Heckle?
was
Or some. Those are the
Cesar
three.
eats everything. Fuck that.
But bro, he
With a
would
name like
legit
Cesar.
take 2,
Word.
3 pieces, 2, 3 pieces of the chicken and throw it away. A
That might be-
Caporal order was
That
like
might be.
375.
Yeah, that might be Cesar.
His-
Yeah, it might be Cesar.
I think his name is Jerry or Gerald. Maybe I don't
But
know.
you don't mean
But
you don't
yeah,
mean Sums, right?
Sums.
Sums.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sums. Yeah. Yeah, Sums is
What's
fucking
his name?
weirdo like that.
That
He's
did
fucking
did
weirdo.
not sound like Jerry or Gerald.
No.
Gerald.
His real name is Jerry, but
Oh,
he
okay.
has a tag, like he tags up and it's called Sums.
Okay.
Yeah, but
it was
no, he's
Sums.
no,
That's what it-
he like his eating habits are fucking weird, bro. That's like that's not
Yeah.
even a hint of how fucking weird this shit is, bro.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like two.
What he just said
Two
is
pieces.
really tame compared to this shit. Like you just go like, yo, but like when when the Patelito lady comes,
Yeah.
right? He would buy about 7 of them and then take a whole gallon of one of her juices.
Yeah.
Like he
Lemonade.
bought all the Patelitos, he bought like 10 and then one whole thing. Like a tamarindo, he's taking that whole thing with him. You know what I'm saying? And for the
Hey,
rest
bro,
of the day.
he would only
No, but yeah,
bite
but
the part with like meat in it
Yeah.
and then launch the rest out.
But
That's
the
what this guy
pigeons.
was.
yeah.
Yo, this guy is weird.
That's Sums. That's
I'm
Sums.
the opposite. I fucking bite the
He only
chicken,
eats
the
the
bone,
Yo.
the white piece on the bone. I
Yo,
eat the whole
Okay,
shit.
yo,
so-
Jack said you
so you
gotta
guys
find the
do-
chicken waster and exile him. Damn, son.
Bro, I come from a family where you cannot leave no chicken on the bone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Man,
So
nah.
I get that. Do you guys? Anybody here? Do you guys do marrow? Do you guys like bite the?
That's what I
chicken
said.
bone
The
and,
white
like,
piece.
Get the marrow.
I take everything. There's nothing on that bone.
Listen, I used to do marrow. But now that I 2021, bro, you can just get more meat. I say this all the time. Back in the day, like you guys know what mondongo is, right?
Oh shit.
Tripe.
I loved it.
Tripe.
I loved it till I found out what it was.
No, it's tripe. It's literally cow guts.
Yeah, it's
Literally cow
delicious
guts.
too with lemon.
So it's like I be telling people all the time, we gotta get out of these generational little quinks and quirks that we have from our parents and how they lived before. The reason people make mondongo and gizzards and they eat all of those innards is because back in the day it was not the easiest to get an animal. So when you got an animal, you gotta cook the whole motherfucker up. You cannot leave any parts of the animal. It is now 2021. Another animal is easily accessible. You don't have to eat their insides. You don't have to eat gizzards. Motherfuckers be like, I love fried gizzards. You don't love fried gizzards.
You're used
your
to it.
family has made you think that you love fried gizzards, but at the end of the day, you don't need to eat that part. We don't need to eat full animals anymore. Throw that shit out. Get another animal. They're very easily accessible and they're decently priced. You do not need to eat gizzards, bro. Gizzards are fucking gross. Why does anybody eat the liver when the fucking beautiful wings is just there for you to enjoy? You know what I'm saying? That's just chicken breast. Don't eat gizzards, bro.
I think the crazy thing is my mother explained it to me. She said when we were slaves, the white people used to eat all the good parts,
And that's all
give
you had
the
left
slaves-
over.
Throw that
Yeah.
shit. That's what I'm saying.
You-
We're not
yeah.
there no more. You don't
But-
need that shit.
We made it we made some good fucking cow stomach though. My mother
we
could
didn't
cook.
make some good
Yo.
shit. We made look, making the best out of a situation is not making it a good situation.
Word.
They're throwing you chicken butts and fucking chicken gizzards and the fucking insides, and you're like, yo, I'm tired of eating these berries all day. Let's just fucking make a stew out of this shit. We don't need to do that anymore. Go and get another animal. We don't need to do that, yo, bro.
No.
Please,
Yeah.
bro.
Not every part needs to be
Don't get me
eaten.
wrong. Mondongo's good.
Oh,
to like
you
wake
making me
up
hungry.
Out of like a
Yeah, I'm starving over here.
mondongo is good to wake
Word.
you up out of like like you're hungover or whatever. But you don't need to eat the actual guts. Just get the little juice, put that shit on some white rice,
Yep.
add an avocado, and that's it.
Real
just
quick,
made me
real quick. We
hungry
got
as
we got 10 minutes left in the podcast. But yo, I'll clean the
My
shit out of some ribs though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yo,
that's
like,
not bad.
I can I'll clean the ribs where you can actually transplant that shit into another animal if need
I've
be.
seen you using these two fingers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit's ready to go.
Yeah. I just want to say real quick, me and Cabs have been pretty much on the same page all day today, which is rare. So I'm gonna say this. His little food rant. Remember, this is a guy who Amazon emailed go, hey, you're not using our TV correctly. So this is originally go get another animal.
Go get another animal, bro. We don't
I knew that was
need to
coming.
eat the insides no more, man. You don't need to eat the insides anymore. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. The Mexicans make tripita tacos. Again, tripa, tripe, inside. That shit is not bad because they put lemon and queso and all that
I
shit.
told you,
But
lemon
bro,
kills
please,
everything.
my people, my Spanish folk, my black folk, we do not need to eat the insides of animals anymore, bro. Go get another animal. Go get another chicken breast, bro. Go get another wing. Go get another drumstick. You do not, motherfuckers be like, oh, can I have the heart? Yes.
I got a question about
I
that.
don't want to eat the heart. I don't want to eat it.
I got a question about that. I heard the most nutritious part of the animal is the heart and the liver. Has the
You
most
are not eating
nutrients.
fried chicken for the nutritional values. If that's what you were after, you would eat other shit.
Well, the thing,
Again, we do not need to eat.
Well,
Well, not from
the
a
show-
chicken, from an elk.
show-
From an elk, I
so
heard.
the thing with that is that the heart pumps constantly, so it's the leanest muscle your body would have, and like the liver, it processes everything. It's like the filter of the body, so everything is in that liver.
Nutrients.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's why it would do that. But I'm not eating no monkey brains, no fish
not
eyeballs,
brains.
no hearts, none of
I
that.
seen people suck the
Yeah.
fucking fish out the fish. I'm like,
No.
Okay. Last thing I'm gonna leave y'all.
Last one.
Chicken feet. What y'all think about chicken feet?
Stay on the
I'm
fucking
good.
chicken.
I only
Word.
eat the chicken breast, so
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
think.
We got
My
the wings,
parents-
the thighs,
Cardi
the
B,
breasts.
Cardi B, a couple years ago, Cardi B put up a video of her eating chicken feet, and the comments were 50-50 split. Yo, what the fuck are you doing? And oh, that's my shit. Chicken feet is not your shit. You think it is because your parents made you eat that shit off of soups. I promise on everything that I will never make my son eat
Yeah.
a chicken foot.
If it don't come in the
What
bucket,
the fuck are we eating chicken feet?
Doesn't have no meat.
yeah.
Toe tags can
Why-
vouch for this. The only reason I eat tuna fish is because I was forced to
Yeah.
eat tuna fish when my uncle was watching.
Because
us.
he didn't like mayonnaise. And my uncle be like, yo, eat the fucking food. Like, yo, literally, he be like, eat the fucking food.
I heard
So
that shit's
that's what I'm
bad for
saying.
you
I feel
too.
like-
Too much mercury.
It is,
Yeah.
my man. I'm telling you right now, the reason I am overweight is because my ridiculous parents made me eat every grain. When my son tells me, yo, I'm full, I'm like, all right, don't eat no more. Because I am physically programmed to eat every grain of rice. Have you ever had a meal so good just licking the plate?
Yep, you get double. I get doubles. I mean, I'll get a second serving even if I'm full. It's like, yo, this shit tastes too good. I gotta get another one.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I would dead ass, like I will go and get more food because there's food there. Like my body is done. My body's like, yo, we chilling.
That's
And I
enough.
will get more food because we gotta break these traditional and ways of our parents made us live. We gotta break
It's the
that.
children in Africa that made us fat.
Well, yeah. Oh, there's starving kids in Africa. Like, well, I'm sorry about that. If you want, you could fucking give 25 cents a month to feed one of them motherfuckers if that's what you really want to do. We do not need to eat gizzards. We don't need to eat gizzards. And let me tell you something. If I were to sponsor a kid in Africa and I knew that my 25 cents a month was only giving them gizzards, I'd bump that shit up to $1 so they could get a fucking chicken breast. We do not need to eat insides anymore, bro. Cut that shit out. Oh, well, you know, the liver is, you know, everything goes there and the liver is like that. If you were to have a filter from your water bottle, would you fucking just try to suck the water out of that? No, you wouldn't. You would just get more water. We do not need to eat insides anymore, people. Cut that shit out. Go and get another animal.
That's right.
No. And on that note, eat whatever you want out there, man.
Hell yeah.
Just
make the little
just not
gizzards.
insides. Just not insides, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Fried gizzards is not bad, but fuck.
Yo, if it doesn't come in a KFC bucket, I don't eat that part of the chicken. That's it.
I'm 100% with you on that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 100%.
Yeah.
Where does
You know what I
KFC get
hate?
all those chickens? Those are chickens.
You
bro.
know what? Do you know
Look.
what is one of my most?
Fordham.
Ugh. You see
About
when
180th
you
Street.
have a. You see when you have a. Hold on a second. You see when you have a drumstick, and then there's that little fucking cartilage that hangs out of the drumstick.
You can do that.
Bro.
I eat the whole shit. That bone is
bro.
got him.
Put that shit in another chicken.
In a KFC bucket, you never see that little cartilage because they know what parts of the chicken needs to be eaten. Cut that. Oh, I cannot even. Okay, I have one last thing. How do you guys feel about the chicken wing, the shit kicker? You know, you have a chicken wing, it's a V, and then you have the little shit kicker on the side.
I eat that.
You guys eat that?
Oh, I'm munch on that.
I eat that. I eat that only when it's fried. If it's not fried, I don't want the shit kicker. And nowadays, I don't even fucking fuck with that shit anymore. That's where most of the hair be at. Yo, I'm not a picky eater. I eat a lot of shit that the average person won't. But I'm just saying, man, we could do better than fucking liver and hearts. Okay, can I have the heart?
And shit kickers. I never called it that. Shit kickers.
That's a shit kicker. It's a shit. That's what they kick shit with it. That little, you know, this is a wing. See this part? They kick shit with it. That's a shit kicker. 100%.
What the? Yo, you be watching. He be looking at the chicken right before he kills it. You're about to die. I ain't eating that part that he's kicking the shit with though.
Have y'all ever seen someone kill a chicken and just fucking?
Yeah.
In the yard, bro.
I have.
Like, yo, you supposed to cook. Go to the backyard. We hang it upside down.
The head come off, you just go.
We don't.
And the fucking chicken still moving.
No 5-year-old should be noticing a beheading. You're just like,
it's still moving, dog.
He's back. He just took his head off.
That's what I
mean. Imagine that conversation. No, you have to spin it until his neck snaps because if you just chop it off, it's gonna fucking fly everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna fly.
And then the fun part is when they just go
eating today.
Look at you.
Rip the whole skin off.
How you just breaking his neck and just like it's cool. It's okay.
They don't have pets.
Don't get me wrong.
That's my food.
I have eaten weird things. I've had gator before. I've had dolphin before.
Dolphin? Who the fuck killed a dolphin to kill it? To
Yeah, what do
eat
you think
it.
half the tuna was back in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, for the most part.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's probably what they have in the tuna in Subways now.
That poor dolphin.
Yo, why do you think they actually have to say
Florida, where
dolphin safe
dolphins are
tuna?
accessible.
Nice.
Yeah.
By
Are
the
they
way,
eating
No, I don't like
sharks?
dolphins.
here's a fun fact. I believe Daredevil won this battle.
Yes.
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 Okay, good. Just making sure. Because somebody asked in the
Yeah,
group, and I was like, I forgot.
Oh
Hey.
no! Well, he
Daredevil,
said
Daredevil.
Daredevil won. I was like, I agree with you.
Hey,
Yo, but
Yo,
last thoughts, everybody.
last thoughts.
last thoughts.
Before I get to I'll give you the matchups I wanted to see. Two of them are females. I wanted to see Wonder Woman go up against Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Oof.
I wanted to see Batwoman go up against Black Widow. And
Oh.
I definitely want to see Arrow against Hawkeye. That's it. Those are my three. You
Okay.
have to go to the finals.
Okay. I had. Go, Cap.
Sorry. My final two were Hyperion versus Black Adam. That's something fun homework for all the viewers.
Well, me, no.
They probably don't know who Hyperion is. And then Colossus versus Solomon Grundy.
Damn, you picked all the names I can't spell.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun match. That's fun.
Lay, you got other ones?
I mentioned.
Yeah, I got one.
mentioned
I got Taskmaster versus the Red Hood.
Ooh.
I got Logan versus Lobo,
Okay.
and I got Dr. Doom versus Dr. Fate.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Who you got, Caps?
I mentioned it earlier. Gamora versus Psylocke, just a battle of swords. And that's it. I pretty much said my others, but I think Gamora and Psylocke would be dope.
Norman Osborn versus Lex Luthor.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay. I had Thor versus Wolverine.
Ooh.
Hulk versus Doomsday. And the Lex Luthor versus Kingpin.
I
That's
think
crazy.
us doing verses could be like a little series. Maybe like we pick one random Tuesday to just focus on verses.
Yeah.
I think we could do this more often. I
No,
had a blast.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Like that. I mean, I had Superboy versus Invincible, and I was like that. And I'm talking about the Superboy with the leather jacket, not the guy with the shirt.
Oh,
Okay.
you talking about the
Superboy with the shades.
Yep, he looks so 90s, it's absurd.
Yeah,
No, he got the whole
90210.
Thunderbird shit going.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
incredible.
when Superman died, there was a bunch of them. That's Superboy.
There was a line of figures called action figures called Legends of Batman, and within that same spectrum, they had all of the different Supermans. They had Man of Steel, Superboy. I wanted a Superboy action figure so bad, but they were never available in the Heights. Yeah, that's Superboy.
That one, yeah, that one.
They were never available in the Heights. In fact, in
That
the
one.
Heights, there wasn't that much DC shit to begin with. There was Marvel shit everywhere, bro. But I could never get a Superboy. The Legends of Batman was really dope. They had that Ronin Batman, was like a samurai Batman. Crap. That figure was like $25, so that shit was expensive.
God
Can
damn.
imagine what it is now.
For real.
$400 real quick.
I remember the commercial. The commercial will go, Legends of Batman. Yo, those action figures were ill, bro. Man, I missed that.
And on that note, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. We had one hell of a versus.
Get a new animal.
Word.
Don't eat the insides. Bro.
Word.
Get a new animal, bro.
Yo,
Peace.
Toe, I wanted to
Bobby.
put Thor against Superman, but you keep complaining that Superman is weak to everything. Electricity, water.
I mean,
Air.
it's up to you. This is my opinion.
No, he's vulnerable to magic.
Well, and apparently he gets electrocuted.
You see? I told you I've heard it from him before. Thor would
There's
kill
one
his
episode somewhere where this motherfucker got electrocuted like every 10 seconds.
Yeah. Him and fucking Marvin the Manhunter.
Thor would have killed him in a second. Yo, what about
I think
Green Lantern,
Marvel
Doctor
the Manhunter
Strange?
is a better game.
Green Lantern and Doctor Strange. Wow, that's a unique one.
Yeah.
That's really unique. Wow.
That's actually pretty cool to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an interesting one.
Essentially, they both have time stones in a weird way.